Hey, James Stafford here from Websites Made Easy. And if you're an entrepreneur or business owner who's looking to get started online but don't know how, then stay dialed in, because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can start your journey to success online with a profitable and killer new website that's easy to build, doesn't need any technical skills, and will hardly cost you anything. Seriously, if you can send an email, you can build your website. And I'm going to prove it to you by walking you through my simple 3-step WTC system and show you just how easy it is to build your authority and expertise, authentically connect with your customers, solve your audience's problems by offering tons of value so they become raving fans, and help you make a killer profit in the process. Sound good? Awesome. And you're gonna learn how to do this all from simply tapping into the pain points of your audience. So if you're interested to know more, then make sure you stick around, because I promise you're gonna love it. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at the website that we're gonna be making. It's killer, and it's currently one of the top 10 free WordPress themes available, called Optimizer, and rightfully so. I'm super excited to be able to help you create this. It is awesome. Not only is this theme like a breath of fresh air, it's got a ton of options to make it more functional, making this perfect for anyone serious about serving their audience and making money online. I totally love it, and so do thousands of other WordPress users. Optimizer is fully mobile responsive, which means it's going to look great on a laptop, tablet, phone, or desktop, so it is perfect for any viewing method. One of the coolest things about this theme is that it's just super easy to use and doesn't require any technical skills whatsoever. You literally just drag and drop, pop in your content, and you're done. Painless. But don't let the simplicity of the process put you off, because one of the biggest myths about the online world is that websites take weeks to build and cost a small fortune. Honestly, unless you're building a highly sophisticated website like Amazon, it's simply not true. Your website is the single most valuable part of your business, and it's what connects you to your customers. So you've got to get it right, and I'm going to show you how. It's not complicated, and the technology we're using will have you up and running within minutes. And if that sounds too good to be true, I'm going to prove it to you in this video. Okay, so the way this works is very simple. I'm going to help you set up your website so that it's geared towards serving your audience, ultimately making you money. It's a win-win. One of the biggest challenges I've seen with many business owners starting online is that they have no idea how to properly structure their website so it attracts customers and makes them profitable. There are 4 key things needed to ensure your website is focused on helping you attract the right customers, and these are as follows. Part 1 is our call to action, which is also known as a CTA, and is exactly what it means. It's literally a call to take an action. This is the action you want people to take, such as downloading a free report or other free content designed to help educate your prospects about what you do and give them value by addressing their needs. This is probably the most important area of your site, which is why I've mentioned it here first. And trust me, if you get this wrong, you'll have a gorgeous site that serves as an online paperweight for your content. Definitely not what you want. The second part is our USP, unique selling point, or unique mechanism. This is what makes you different from your competitors and is the reason behind why someone should care about what you're offering and selling. For example, if someone were to Google it, they would only find you that offer it. Our unique mechanism is our WTC system, which is unique to Websites Made Easy. This is what makes our system different from our competitors or other businesses providing a similar service. Now, this took some time to create. This was not something that we created in one day by any means. We took the approach of looking what was currently working in our space in terms of what our competitors were successfully doing and expanding upon that. There's a quote by Tony Robbins that is really helpful if you're just starting out. Success leaves clues, and that people who provide outstanding results do specific things to create those results. If you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who have already succeeded. This is awesome because it allows for you to avoid a lot of the heavy lifting. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You go out and explore your space, see what's working, and model it, making it your own and improving upon it with your unique perspective. We'll talk more about this later. This simple strategy is game changing. So you want to ensure you have messaging in terms of your product or service that is proven to work now and is profitable. People leave websites within like 5 to 7 seconds if they don't connect with the messaging. You've got to get your messaging dialed in. Just remember that when online, your customers have a ton of options. So if you don't give people a big enough reason to stay with you, they'll just spend their time and their money with your competitor instead. The third part of your website is your services section. Now, most business owners get this really wrong and start talking about how great they are, which really puts people off. This may come as a bit of a shock to you, but your audience doesn't care about you. They care about their own pain points and needs and are only interested in how you can help them solve their problem. So later in this video, I'll show you how to do this properly. The final part is the blog. Now, this is my favorite part because it really gives you the opportunity to deeply connect and talk to your audience about things that matter to them the most, therefore building and establishing the know, like, and trust factor with them. You'll do this through giving your audience regular, fresh, and relevant content which speaks to the interests of your audience. You're going to love this. As a bonus, I will show you how easy it is to get your site set up to sell your products and services, allowing you to take payments right from your website. Awesome, right? Don't worry about all these concepts because I'll walk you through them properly as we go through this video. Basically, we're creating a website focused on helping your ideal customer and which will serve as the foundation for your entire business. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how you can continue your journey with me to really build a successful and profitable business online. Now, as a small disclaimer here before we get started, the concepts I'm going to be covering in this video are going to be a little bit challenging, but nothing that you can't handle, even if you're a complete novice. So don't let it put you off. I ask that you be patient with yourself and me. I'm a firm believer in the principle that how you do something is how you do everything. If you can't invest the time necessary in your business, you've really got to ask yourself, do I really want this? Because the reality is, if you're serious about growing your business, then you'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. No excuses. It's your time. You've got this. And I'm right here with you step by step. I've been doing this for almost a decade, and I can tell you now that attitude is everything. How you show up in the world is ultimately going to determine your success. Running a successful business is hard work and can be really scary at the same time. So you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Honestly, the ones who make it in life are the ones who are willing to do what others won't. And that includes putting themselves outside their comfort zone because it's in that space where the magic happens. Here's a little quote that I love. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Love it. So don't be scared and understand it's just part of the process. The more you grow in confidence, the more you grow in competence. And do the things you need to do, the more your business will grow too. It's a win-win. You can do this and you will get there. I know because I've been there, and I promise the results are going to be so worth it. I've taken thousands of people just like you through this very same process, and the results are totally worth it because you'll end up with an awesome looking website which attracts plenty of traffic and, more importantly, is profitable. Just trust the process because I'm literally going to walk you through step by step through my proven system, which is the closest thing that you're going to get for me doing this for you. All you need to do is literally follow along with me step by step. So with that being said, I'm going to explain some important concepts before we dive into the video itself because it's crucial that you understand why we're doing what we're doing. There are tons of videos out there showing you how to make a website that are full of hype, complete fluff and just focus on how great your site looks without paying any attention to its functionality. So what you end up with is a gorgeous site that virtually has no traffic, no customers, and therefore is never going to make you any money. Now, I really want you to pay attention to this and let this sink in, because here's a reality check. No one cares how great your site looks. I'm going to say it again. No one cares how great your site looks except for maybe you, right? An ugly website with dialed-in messaging will hands down beat a beautiful website with poor messaging. So the bottom line is that if your messaging doesn't address the specific desires and pain points of your ideal audience, you're literally going to be throwing money down the drain. So in this video, I'm going to flip this bad boy around and do the exact opposite to what everyone else is doing. I'm going to show you how to set up your site so it's focused on the specific needs of your audience and your customers instead. The fact is that this site's going to look killer, and that's just an added bonus. Always remember that people will only come to your site to solve a problem, and it's up to you to help them find a solution. When you solve the problems your audience are facing, it not only increases their confidence, but it also increases their trust in you so they become loyal customers. I love this because it's a complete game changer. As long as you focus on helping your customers by giving them amazing value and solutions to their problems, the money will automatically follow, and your website is the vehicle which is going to help you achieve that. It is a total game changer and is what this video is all about. And to do this, we're going to be using my simple 3-step WTC system to build your website, and which really is the secret sauce in building a super profitable website complete with a community of loyal fans who see you as their trusted advisor. By the end of this video, you'll have your first ever website up and running in a snap, and you will have done it without needing any technical skills whatsoever. I'm super excited to be able to share this with you. Okay, awesome. Let's dive straight in. Now, you've probably heard the saying that the money is in the email list, but actually, it's really not true. In reality, the money is in your relationship with your ideal audience. The more your audience trusts you, the more likely they will buy from you. Period. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do, is using your website as a medium to connect with your audience. You'll often hear marketers harping on about building your list. And while a list is essential to the growth of your business, you want to ensure you're doing this from a place of really wanting to help your customers. In this video, I'll show you how to do it properly. So here's a little known truth. Your profit is directly in proportion to the amount of value you provide your audience. The more you focus on providing your audience with solutions to their problems, the more you will grow. Actually, it's absolute law that the more value you give, the more you will receive. So we want to focus on giving and really over-delivering on value. The single best way to provide value to your audience is through a very carefully planned content marketing strategy, which includes a lead magnet. Your lead magnet is quite simply a piece of free but highly valuable content you give away on your website in exchange for an email address. This allows you to continue the conversation with your prospects through email, eventually turning prospects into customers. Okay, so one thing you need to remember is that people are bombarded with hundreds of marketing messages daily, and therefore you need to stand out from everyone else. A lead magnet, which is also known as an irresistible offer, is based on tapping into the pain points your ideal customer faces and giving them a solution to their problem. Think about what kind of problems your audience are facing, which your product or services can help to solve, and create a lead magnet which is going to do this for them. Now, a lead magnet can take many forms. You might choose a free report, video series, teleseminar, a webinar, audio recording, checklist, guide, free book, or even a free chapter of a book, etc. You get the idea. Depending on your industry, Your lead magnet might even be a free trial to a membership area, a software or product demo, even a free consultation. It really depends on what you do and what you're selling. So for example, one of our lead magnets at Websites Made Easy is how to create a profitable website in 3 steps. So with this little guide, you will find a step-by-step blueprint for success through our proven 3-step WTC system. We show you exactly what's needed to properly build a profitable website that quickly and easily gathers tons of traffic and turns your visitors into real buying customers. Now, considering you're watching a video on how to create a profitable website, wouldn't this be of interest to you? Of course it would, and that is the idea of an effective lead magnet. Another example might be, let's say you're a relationship expert and you help people fix their relationships. Then you might create a lead magnet that would be based around helping someone get back together. So you could create a report that gives tips on helping people fix the relationship. Now, of course, you don't share with them everything you know, as this would overwhelm your audience and it would really not give them any reason to buy from you. As long as you're hitting a pain point and serving up a solution to help fix that, you'll make it easy for people to say yes to wanting to download your lead magnet. Ultimately, you want to create massive value in your lead magnet, so the content has to be good and should give your prospect a taste of what you're offering. One of the greatest benefits of having a lead magnet in place is you're coming from a place of really serving your audience, making it easy for them to trust you. The fact is, people buy from those they trust. You want to remember that. It is so crucial that you get this right. Okay, so that's an overview of your lead magnet. In a bit, we'll discuss a very easy way to create one or get one done for you with the template. Now, we're going to move on to the next step, which is actually getting your lead magnet into the hands of your audience. Okay, so now we want to get your website up and running. And I'm going to show you how to do that using my signature 3-step WTC system. Our WTC system is broken down as follows. W is for website or blog. This is where I will help you get your website live on the internet. T is for traffic. You'll learn how to properly set up your site to start driving quality traffic to your site. And lastly, C is for customers. I will show you how to make your site conversion focused so you will capture the details of your new site visitors and turn them into subscribers and ultimately convert them into paying customers. You're going to love how this will transform your site into a customer cash machine. One of the biggest benefits of offering your lead magnet from your website is that it allows you to immediately connect with your audience and engage them on a deeper level. So it really is the key to profiting from your website. In fact, if you don't have a lead magnet, you're going to find it very hard to build your brand and presence online. Being able to engage with your audience and have a dialogue with them is a great way for you to build a relationship with your community and understand what their wants and needs are. So how exactly do you get started? One of the best ways to get started with your website online is to use something called WordPress. WordPress is a simple web building tool which allows you to have your website up and running fast and is used by millions of businesses worldwide and is loved by Google. Plus, you can get started on a shoestring budget. As a specialist in building websites and blogs using WordPress, I've now helped millions of people who knew nothing about the internet or how to get started online get up and running quickly and start making money from it. It's simple enough for beginners, but gives you all the flexibility you'll ever need to build more complex things later on. All right, you're probably like, come on, James, get on with it. I just have to give you a framework in terms of what we're doing here so you understand the concepts better as we start to build out this site. Okay, awesome. Let's dive straight in. Let's get set up with hosting. This is step 1, and this is where your website will live on the internet. This is really the only money that you'll be spending in this process, and it comes in around just $10 a month. It really is, if you think about it, a small investment to get started with your website and have your business live online. Now, this video, like I said, is based on my proven WTC system, which is designed to be 100% foolproof. I'll give you a look over my shoulder walkthrough of absolutely everything you need so you can confidently get started online in a snap. If you can send an email, you can start your first website. All you need to do is follow along. It's that easy. Getting started online consists of just 3 steps, which are as follows. Step 1 is picking out and registering your website address, which is also known as your domain name. Step 2 is getting started with WordPress and publishing your first ever website. And step 3 is getting your site online so it can immediately be viewed by visitors on the internet. You'll be up and running in just 10 minutes, so let's dive straight in with step 1, which is buying the domain name. Your domain name is the name of your website address. For example, mine is websitesmadeeasy.tv. Once you have your domain name, you're going to need a hosting service so your site basically has somewhere to live on the internet. Hosting is absolutely crucial to getting started online. It is no different to you moving into a new home and letting people know where your home is so when they search for you, they know exactly where to find you. So don't be scared or overwhelmed by the idea of setting this up. Like I said, follow along and this will be really easy to do. As I said, hosting only costs around $10 a month, just a small investment to keep your site live on the internet. It's super easy to set up, and to do that, we're going to head over to HostGator.com. Now, there are lots of different hosting services out there, but I've always gone with HostGator because their customer service is pretty awesome. They know WordPress and are available 24/7 phone and chat support to deal with any issues or to answer any questions. Plus, I've been using these guys going on 8 years now without any real problems. I really believe HostGator is one of the best hosting services out there, and just so you know how confident I am in them, I use HostGator to get all of my Websites Made Easy members set up with their sites too. So if you want to take advantage of HostGator, I've got a special coupon code for you which will give you between 30 to 45% off your entire hosting depending on which plan you choose. Just type in WordPress Hero at the checkout. Okay, so what you want to do is click on Get Started Now in the middle of the page. Then select Choose a Plan. Then select the Hatchling plan if you only want one site. If you're planning on having multiple sites, then I recommend you go with the Baby plan, as this will give you unlimited domains to work with. You want to register a new domain. Now, hopefully you've really thought about this and picked a good domain name. If the name you want is not available, keep drilling down and using different URL extensions such as .com, .net, .org, etc., even playing around with the actual name. My domain name is websitesmadeeasy.tv. I chose this because I thought it was appropriate considering most of the content on my site is video. In this video, though, we're going to create a new site that is dialed in specifically to our WTC system. So that being the case, we are going to name this new website WTCsystem.com, which I thought is very appropriate. Ultimately, whatever you're comfortable with. Then, from the drop-down menu, select monthly if you don't want to pay for your hosting up front. Once you've got that sorted, you can go ahead and review your order, and if you're happy with it, simply enter in your payment details. Now, one thing you'll notice when you review your order is that you'll have added on a lot of additional extras which you don't need when you get started. So you can just go ahead and uncheck the boxes under hosting add-ons, as these are all going to cost extra. In the coupon code box, enter WordPress Hero to save money on your entire order. Now, as I mentioned before, depending on what billing cycle you choose, you can save up to 45%. So make sure you validate it to apply the discount to your order. Go through the rest of the process, just follow the instructions, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I've confirmed my order, and I'm now on the thank you page. Awesome! You've successfully completed step 1 in our 3-step process of setting up your site. And hopefully the first step was just a piece of cake. Okay, so on to the next step now, which is installing your actual website onto your domain name. Again, the whole process is very simple. You just need to follow along, and you'll have this installed in no time. You should have received a welcome email with your website information straight into your inbox. If it doesn't arrive, check your spam box. If it's still not there, give it some time. It should arrive within about 10 to 20 minutes or sooner. Now, for whatever reason, if you didn't get an email, you can just simply reach out to HostGator chat support and they'll pop the welcome email right over to you. You're going to need this email to help you set up your new website, so go ahead and find that email and open it up. I want you to pay close attention to the information inside. In particular, have a look for your username, which you will have selected during purchase. You'll also need to make a note of your password. I suggest you copy your password and then click on the cPanel link here. It's easier if you just right-click and open this up in a new tab. Okay, so now you want to enter in your login details that are from the email you received. Once you've logged into your cPanel, you'll see a page which is full of different icons, and it can seem a little scary and overwhelming. Don't be scared. It's actually really straightforward, and to be honest, you're really not going to need to know what all these are until you get a lot more advanced. Right now, all you need to do is scroll down towards the bottom where you'll see a section called Software and Services. You're looking for the quick install icon. Go ahead and click that. Once you click this, look at the bar on the left and find WordPress under the section Popular Installs. You want to click WordPress. Now you'll come up with a form asking for some simple information. You'll need to add in a really good email address where you can receive incoming emails. You'll also need a good blog title and fill out the name of the person who will be maintaining the site for you. It can be your name or whoever is looking after your site for you. Also, add in your name and then click on Install WordPress. Wait a few moments as your new WordPress site installs. As soon as this is done, it will give you the details for your new site here. All you do is copy the password, as this will be your password for your new site. The username will be whatever you selected during setup. Okay, so now you want to click this link here, which will take you to the login page or the dashboard for your new WordPress site. When you click on the link, you're most likely going to hit an error page, and it will tell you that the website isn't available. Don't panic, because this is absolutely normal. All it means is that your new site can take up to a few hours to fully replicate to the servers, so I'll be back as soon as that is done. Okay, I'm back, and just to remind you that you should have received an email with your login details for your new website. Go ahead and click on the link to the dashboard or the login page, which will end with a /WP-admin. Right-click on the link and open it up in a new tab. Then all you need to do is add in your login details and voila, you're in. Okay, awesome. This brings us to the end of step 2, which is installing your WordPress site. Hopefully the process was straightforward and painless and not at all scary. This is one of the primary reasons I create these videos, is to show you that building your very own WordPress site really isn't hard when you follow along step by step. Okay, on to step 3, which is getting our website live and ready to go. You should now be inside the dashboard or the admin area of your WordPress site. I love this. This is where all the goodies are. We get to have some fun and customize our site to our liking. This is where you'll be able to add in your content, set up your pages, control layouts, add themes, and just about everything else you need to build out your site to ultimately serve your audience. But before we get started, you can always access your website by right-clicking this home icon right up here, and I would suggest that you right-click this and open it up in a new tab. This way, you have a point of reference in terms of any edits and changes we are making as we press through the tutorial. So let's go ahead and take a peek and see what the site looks like right now out of the box. Not too exciting right now, but don't worry. We're going to get this site dialed in, making it look killer and conversion focused to grab your audience. So I'm going to show you, let's head back to the dashboard, how to properly set up your website so that it's ultimately set up for the best experience in terms of user functionality, can be found online for your products or services, and ultimately runs faster and smoother. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and get rid of some default content that comes pre-installed on all WordPress websites. This way we ensure our site is unique and completely fresh, ultimately set up for our individual content. So let's go ahead. Sometimes you'll see notifications up here which are useless. So unless we install something that says it needs to be updated as we go through, that's something that you might want to take note of, but let's just go ahead and remove this for now. So we'll just X this out. Okay, that's gone. Let's head over to posts and then all posts. And we'll go ahead and trash this. So we'll just select this up here, just tick that off, and then go ahead and trash it. Perfect. Now let's head to pages, all pages, and let's go ahead and trash these pages. Apply. And like I said, we're just getting rid of some default content that's installed on every WordPress blog, which is useless to us, okay? Okay, now I'm going to be pressing through quite a few of these options in the menu here, okay? Now don't let this overwhelm you, all right? We're going to cover all of these concepts in depth as we continue to press through the tutorial. It's my job to ensure that you understand these concepts as we unpack each one, and by the end, I will make sure all of this lands for you, okay? So just follow along, and as we move through it, you'll start to kind of conceptualize what's happening. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I know the best way to approach this so you understand what's happening as I move through it, all right? So just work with me here. I'm excited to be able to share this stuff with you. It's going to be a fun little adventure. So stay plugged in. All right, let's head down to Appearance and then Themes. Now, this is actually where it gets really cool. We're about to change the entire look and feel of our entire website with a new theme. And I've selected one that is absolutely perfect, like I just talked about earlier. It's called Optimizer. Now, this theme is focused on not only the end user, which is us, in terms of just being able to pop your content in with drag and drop features, but it's perfect for our audience in terms of functionality. We're able to deliver messaging that really speaks to the specific desires or pain points of our ideal audience. So ultimately, it's a win-win. Okay, so let's go ahead and head up here to Add a New. And then what we're going to do is go search themes over here in this search field. And we'll just type in Optimizer. Okay, there it is right there. And just to reiterate, this theme is set up for the complete beginner. With its ease of use, it's just painless to work with, and literally all you do is just add in your content. It's super easy. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what it's going to look like. And check out these reviews over here. Just awesome, right? So, of course, we're going to add in our individual content, but right up here is going to be the call to action, okay? Here, our unique selling point. Here, our services. And then we'll add our blog down here. And then, of course, we'll have like an About Us page, Contact Us page, etc. I'll show you how to add a custom logo up here, YouTube videos, social share features. We're just going to keep this very straightforward, clean, and streamlined, okay? It's going to be awesome, so let's get straight into it. Okay, let's go ahead and close this out, and then just click Install. And then all we want to do is activate. Perfect. And then we can take a look. If we remember, we have our browser open with our, just refresh the page. Awesome, right? It's so simple to change the entire look and feel, functionality of your website within clicks. Really, really powerful stuff. So let's head back to the dashboard. Okay, before we go any further, I just want to clarify real quick what a WordPress theme is. Some people get confused by this. Here's a little analogy for you. Think of a WordPress theme like the clothes you wear, and pages, posts, and other elements like your actual body parts, all right? So really the theme serves as the feel and functionality or the look of your website. So what we're going to do is approach this WordPress site build out in a very natural way so you fully understand how all the bits and pieces fit together. So by the end of this, you understand all the concepts we've covered. And I know I've repeated myself here, but I just want to ensure that you're in the flow with me through this, because sometimes some things you can get hung up on and not understand why I might be doing something, and then that creates, this confusion going forward. So like I said, just stick with me and follow along the process, and it'll become easier as we go through, I promise. So I'm going to do my best to explain, so you understand going forward what I'm doing, my best to explain each concept by explaining what each one is, why you need it, and how it is set up properly. So I encourage you to go through this video once, then go through it again to apply the concepts, ultimately learning what you've applied in practice, all right? I've given you a little treasure chest here. There's lots of rubies, gems, amethyst crystals sprinkled throughout the trail. So you're not going to want to miss any of these little guys, all right? So stick with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's keep on moving. Okay, let's go ahead and finish editing these settings. What we're going to do is head over to Settings and then General. Now, for the most part, WordPress has done an awesome job of getting these settings right. So there's not much that needs to be done here, but we're just going to go through it so you understand what this is. Now for your site title, that's where you want to put in your business name, your brand name, your name, or anything that's going to speak to your audience, okay? For our tagline, I'm just going to put in, you can put in something kind of fun there. You can actually leave that blank, but anything that's going to further drill down and speak to what your site is about, benefiting, of course, your audience, all right? So WTC system, we want to leave the URLs, do not change anything here. Make sure you have a good email address. So if you ever change your password or any notifications, you're notified through that email address, okay? All this is pretty straightforward. You can change this. We want to save changes. Now we're gonna head to writing. And this is when you're writing posts, okay? These are gonna be anything that's gonna change. This is gonna change anything when writing a post. And this all looks good. Nothing needs to be changed in here. Reading, leave everything the same in here. Discussion, and these are your blog comments. Now, this is really good if you want to edit criteria in terms of when you're notified if someone leaves a post or someone leaves a comment on one of your posts, or if you want to moderate those comments before they're approved, and you can make those changes in here. So you could say comment must be manually approved. Okay, and now if you select that, you want to make sure you save changes. Okay, discussion, and then media. Everything looks good here. Now permalinks. This is so important. Okay, perfect. And they have it custom structure. What we want to do is change this to post name. So what this is going to do is that, say for example, we have it's wtcsystem.com/contact us. Our /about us, our /services. This is going to make it very, very clean navigation. So not only can our audience find us online based off the specific search query, but the search engines can also find us online very easily based off what our content is specifically about. We don't want all this garbly-gook stuff up here, okay? We just want it very, very clean. All right, so the navigation is very, very clean. All right, so we'll leave it at post name and then save changes. And that should be it for our settings. Okay, perfect. Now make sure, if you don't change anything else in here, make sure you get this post name. It's crucial for search engine optimization, and that means so your content or your website can be found online. That's something you want, right? Of course. Everyone wants their website to be found online. So you've got to make sure that this is changed. Okay, I hope that sinks in because it's very important. Okay, perfect. Now that we have our settings all in order, you're going to want to really pay close attention here and check out these little goodies that we're about to add to our website. This is where WordPress really sets itself apart from other website creation tools. It's a game changer. These free tools or plugins allow us to leverage more functionality to expand what we can do with our site. We're going to add my favorite must-have plugins to our site now. Now, if you're thinking, what's a plugin and why would I need that? Plugins are just little snippets of code that help extend and expand the functionality of your WordPress website. This allows for us to add things like social share features, YouTube videos, MP3s, or podcasts. There's just a range of options that you can choose from in terms of your specific needs. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so what we want to do is head over to our menu and go to plugins and then add a new. Okay, perfect. Now these are super easy to add, and we're going to add my personal favorites right now that are going to ensure your website runs smooth, gets found online, and starts driving free quality traffic to your site, turning visitors into subscribers and ultimately paying customers. Sound good? Awesome. Let's get these bad boys set up. Now, the first one we want to add is WP Supercache. Okay, so we want to install this. And then we want to activate the plugin. Okay, so after that, let's go ahead to right here, plugin admin page. And then we want to select caching on and then update status. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this. And then we can go ahead and test cache. Awesome, everything looks great. Okay, so now without getting too technical, what this basically does is speed up your entire website. This is really important to have. The search engines like Google look at load time of websites and blogs as criteria for a viable source of info because people are on the go, not wanting to wait around for a slow website or blog. So this is going to speed up your entire website. You have to have this. So we're all squared away here. Perfect. See how easy that was? Not bad, right? So that was our first plugin. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I just want to show you how powerful and awesome these plugins are for WordPress. You can literally type in just about any solution you're looking for, and more than likely, it's going to be there. So say, for example, we'll just head up to search plugins. Say we want to add YouTube, some YouTube functionality to our website. We just type in YouTube. There you go. Podcast. This Blueberry one is actually really good. Let's say, for example, you want to type in Instagram. Tons of Instagram options. Or even we want to add social share features. Pretty cool, right? So I would encourage you to take some time to look at this based off what kind of functionality you would want to add to your website outside of what I'm going to show you, because there's plenty of options available. Anyway, let's head back to our next plugin. Okay, the next plugin that we're going to add is called Yoast SEO, and this is for search engine optimization purposes. So we'll just type in Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T, SEO. Go ahead and search for that. And it should be this first one right here. Perfect. We'll go ahead and install now, and then activate the plugin. Real simple. Now, what this little plugin does is pretty amazing. It helps people ultimately find your content online. This means you can choose how your content will look on Google searches when people look for it. People will see a snippet of your content and choose whether they want to click on your blog or not. So it's crucial this is set up properly so you can be found online for your specific products and services. And I'm going to show you how to set that up right now. So what we want to do is head over to SEO right here. And this is the Yoast SEO settings. And then we want to click on titles and then metas. And this is super easy to set up and really awesome with what this does. We want to click on homepage. And this right here is your website title. Okay, remember at the starting I chose WTC system. This is going to pre-populate in all your pages and posts. It's basically a little template. And the meta description, I've already added that in here. The simple 3-step system to create profitable websites. And you would add in basically a brief description explaining what your website is about. This is a great place to add in your USP, your unique selling point. Don't worry if you're drawing a blank on this or your USP. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'll give you some helpful resources to get you started with that. So I'll have you covered with that. So what you want to think of this in terms of a book's title in a book's description. Okay? Real simple. Go ahead and save changes. And now I'm going to show you what this looks like on an actual page that I've set up so you fully understand the importance of this and how it works and what it looks like ultimately. Okay, before we do that, we can close out all these notifications up here. So just X these out. And then let's head to pages, and then add a new page. Okay, so don't worry. I'm going to show you how to make pages and posts in a bit. This is just for demonstration purposes, and you want to pay really close attention here because the reason why I'm showing you this is to make sure your content is found online. for your various products or services. Okay, so this is extremely important to get right. Now, what I like to do is create pages and posts that are really focused around one main keyword. Okay, so we will type in contact us. And as you can see in the Yoast SEO editor down here, it's just populated that. Okay, now this is what it's going to look like in the search results, the Google search results. Type in a focus keyword. This is what we're telling Google and the search engines what we want this post to be recognized for. Like I said, this is ideal for search engine optimization. And as you see, it bolded that. Okay? So that's what's going to show up in the search results so people will see that. All right? And then from there, we want to modify this meta description area. Now, you want to make this compelling. You want to force clicks. You want people to want to click that link because it sounds interesting or fun. So I've gone ahead and typed in this simple 3-step system to create profitable websites. Now, if your business allows for it, you can take this one step further up here with the meta description, and you can actually type in a phone number. And this, people want the path of least resistance. So if they can find you on your contact us page, a phone number there, that's perfect because this will show up in the search results. As you see, this will show up, this is what it will look like in the Google search results. So sometimes people just, they're on the fly, they're busy, they just want to, simply reach out to you by their phone. And you never know what medium people prefer, if they prefer email, phone. So we want to provide those options. Okay, so just to reiterate, if you click right here, this is a rendering of what the post might look like in the Google search results. Okay, the focus keyword. Pick the main keyword or key phrase that the post or page is about. This is going to help Google recognize what you want this specific page to rank for so people can find you online. So the major benefit of this is for search engine optimization. It's going to help index your content according to what you want your pages to be ranked for and also what they're specifically about, your pages or posts. So you want to make sure this is set up properly and take some time to think about really when you're making a post or a page, you want to know exactly what that page is about or what that post is about. Make it real tight and focused. You can always make more pages or posts. We'll go ahead and publish the page. And there you go. And we'll come back to this a little bit later, creating pages and posts. But this was just for demonstration so you could see ultimately how the search or the Yoast SEO plugin works. Okay, so it's time for our next plugin. So what we'll do is head back over to plugins and then add a new. And up in the search field up here, we'll just type in Monster Insights. And this is actually Google Analytics by Monster Insights. This is a super powerful little plugin. This plugin is pretty cool because it allows you to track exactly how many people have come to your blog, where they come from, and what their browsing behavior is like, which is very useful when trying to understand which kinds of content is most preferred by your audience. So it's an easy way to understand how people behave when they come to your blog ultimately. It lets you make better business decisions. For example, you might find that your website subscribers or customers spend twice as long on reading posts about tips. So you can use that information to your advantage by writing more posts with tips in them to keep your audience more engaged. And then we want to click on Install Now, Activate Plugin, and then we want to head down to Insights and then Settings. Okay, now if you have a Google account, awesome. All you have to do is sign into that, because we're going to just need a little piece of code in there to activate this and get this set up so within 24 hours, your blog can start to collect data, okay? So there's a little bit more work involved here, but real simple. If you don't have a Google Analytics account, I'm going to show you how to set that up right now. So if you do, if you don't, either way you can follow along with me. It's real simple, and I'll show you how to get this set up. So what we're going to do is head over to Google Analytics. And all this is just google.com/analytics, ANALYTICS. So we are going to create a new account. Then we just want to verify our email address. So wait for that verification email, and then you'll click the link in there, which I'll show you how to do here in a second. Okay, so I've received my verification email. You're going to go ahead and click on this link, and this should verify your account. Okay, awesome. Now we have access. So we'll go back to Google Analytics. and then we'll just click on sign up. So once you've signed in, you can copy this code right here or authenticate it through the plugin. Okay, so once you've copied your code, you're going to head back over to your website, and then you can click on authenticate your Google account or manually enter it in. So let's go ahead and select authenticate your Google account. Go ahead and accept. Go ahead and copy this code, and we're going to go back to our website and copy it in. You have to make sure that you're still logged into your Google Analytics account for this to work. Paste it in here, save and authenticate code. That's it. Now your Google Analytics account will start tracking data on your website, and this can take up to 24 hours. Okay, as you can see, my account is now connected. Okay, awesome. So we'll go ahead and save changes, and we're all set. 24 hours, maybe a little bit less than that, you'll start to see data. Awesome. You should be in a good place with your Google Analytics setup. If for whatever reason it didn't work or technology's not working, we have to press on. I have an awesome video over at my website that covers this specific plugin and Google Analytics, so you can go take a peek at that later. But right now, we need to move forward with the rest of this video. So I have a bunch of killer goodies to go through, so let's press on. Okay, on to the next plugin. Let's head back over to plugins, add a new, and then we're going to search for a plugin called List Builder. And this is made by the guys over at AppSumo, or SumoMe. And actually you can see it right here. This little bad boy is awesome. This helps you capture visitors to your website through a pop-up or a light box, which makes sure they subscribe to your email list and come back for more. This little plugin has been responsible for doubling my website subscribers. It's killer. Basically, the plugin detects the exact moment when a visitor is about to leave and immediately displays a pop-up asking for the visitor's email address. You've probably seen those before. This allows you to continue the conversation through email with your prospects and keep reaching out to them. And this is really what you want to do, is stay in front of your website visitors and start that conversation to build a relationship and create customers. So let's get this little guy set up now. Go ahead and click on Install Now. Activate plugin. And this is super easy to set up, as you're about to see. Then we'll go down to SumoMe. So you quite literally just follow these instructions. We got to register our account. So what we'll do is click on this little crown icon here. And to register your new account, just put in a good email address and a new password, and you're good to go. Sumo Store. List Builder is what we're looking for. And as you can see, they have a ton of little tools and apps that you can use with your website. Right now, let's just go ahead and set up List Builder. Okay, cool. We're inside the List Builder dashboard now. Let's go ahead and click on Free. List Builder is now installed. That easy. So let's go ahead and click on Open. And let's just go ahead with the free List Builder. Okay, so this is our dashboard to set up our List Builder campaign, basically to set up the light box so it displays on our website, which is the little pop-up. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. Okay, let's head over to Design. And this is our light box, or our popover. And I'm going to show you how to set this up. This will display when someone tries to leave the website. You've probably seen these before. But what we want to set up now is a call to action. And what a call to action is, it's quite literally a call to take an action. The action you want people to take could be anything: download an ebook, sign up for a webinar, get a coupon, attend an event, get a free consultation. You're quite literally asking for someone's email address in exchange for a piece of value. So I've gone ahead and filled this in. I've added a headline and some text. So our headline is create a profitable website in 3 steps. The text is the secret sauce that creates profitable sites. Grab your free cheat sheet now. Now, this is what we call a lead magnet. A lead magnet is simply a piece of value in exchange for an email address. The idea is to create a unique and compelling offer that's going to speak directly to the pain points or solve a specific problem for your audience. So Our lead magnet is create a profitable website in 3 steps, the secret sauce that creates profitable sites. Grab your free cheat sheet now. Now, considering you're watching a video on how to make a profitable website, wouldn't this little lead magnet pique your curiosity and have you interested? Of course it would, because it speaks to something you want to solve or get more information about. So ultimately, the lead magnet should be very specific and give enough value to the subscriber so they can solve that problem. This is a win-win because if the prospect believes it can help them and it actually does, they start to believe in you, ultimately coming back for more and becoming a potential customer. Okay, now that we have that sorted, what we want to do is go ahead and save it. Okay, perfect. And then we want to head over to behavior. And it's actually set on smart, which is perfect. You can have smart means is that when someone tries to leave or X out of your URL or leave the website, it'll pop up. Okay, and I would probably leave it on that. Or you can set it to manual, and that will display after 5 seconds of them being on your actual website. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it on smart. And you can create split tests where you can test different lead magnets or different calls to actions. There's several different things you can do here, but I just wanted to get you set up with, and we actually have quite a few videos covering all of these little tools in more depth, and that's really out of the scope of this video, but you can explore those a little bit further. So we're all squared away with this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to manual just so you can see, save, and let's take a peek at what it looks like. Let's X out of that. And it should display about after 5 seconds. Okay, so there it is. Now you can have this displayed after 5 seconds, or you can use the smart feature. Whatever, play with it, see what your preferences are. And we'll talk more about how to set up a lead magnet and what that specifically is so you can understand and you can create one for your blog and your business. So that's here to come. It's real easy to do. Actually, you're going to love this. When we start adding posts to our blog here, I'm going to show you the exact steps we use to turn our blog visitors into subscribers and ultimately customers using our proven WTC system and how everything comes together to get the most out of your blog. Okay, we're back in our dashboard, and now that we have our email pop-up set up, we have to connect it with an email service provider so we can begin to collect email subscribers, send and receive emails, and to do that, we're going to head over to MailChimp.com. This is a free service to start email marketing. It's awesome. It's super easy to get started, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so we're over here at MailChimp.com. That's MailChimp.com. And this is where we're going to get started with email marketing. And in case you're wondering why email marketing, well, it allows you to deeply engage with your website subscribers in terms of your products or services. This is awesome because it allows you to stay in front of them with timely information specific to their interests to ultimately establish trust in a lifetime customer. And we're going to use MailChimp because it's free for one, it's super easy to get up and going, and it's just a great service overall. So let's get straight into it. Okay, go ahead and click on sign up for free. Okay, then go ahead and go back to your email and make sure you activate your account with a special link in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, go ahead and click on activate my account. Okay, go ahead and just put in some account information here. Okay, got all this filled in. Just go ahead and make sure you fill all this in and then save and get started. That easy. So what we have to do now is create a list so we have a place to store our new contacts. So what we'll do is click create a list, then create a list right here, and then we'll fill out this little form. I've already filled this out, and what we'll do is name it something appropriate because our new website subscribers will see this. So I named mine James B. Stafford, as you can see, and then enter in a good default email address. I'm using support@jamesbstafford.com so I can send and receive emails from my actual domain name, which is more professional. And I'll show you how to get this set up in a moment. Next, enter a default from name. So who the actual email is coming from. I'm using James B. Stafford. Then remind people how they got on your list. Just enter in something like, you're receiving this email because you opted in at our website, and then put in your domain name there. Finally, go ahead and save, and that is it. Perfect. Let's head back over to the List Builder dashboard so we can connect List Builder to MailChimp. Okay, before we do this, I'm going to show you how the List Builder plugin works. Basically, I'm back over here at the homepage of our WTC website, and I've activated the popover, and we just want to enter in an email address here. So you pop that in, and I've done this a couple times already, just so you can show for demonstration. I can show you for demonstration purpose how this works. So then you would say, yes, send me my cheat sheet, continue, and I should have several in there now. So we'll head back over to the dashboard, the List Builder dashboard, and I'll show you how this works. Okay, perfect. And now there's some contacts for us, okay? So what we want to do is connect List Builder with MailChimp. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Now there are two ways to do this. There's a free way and there's a paid way. Initially, this used to be completely free to do. So I'm going to explain real quick the paid way, which I think is the best way to go about doing this now, and I'll show you the free way afterward. But just recently, SumoMe has made this a pro feature, which again, I think is absolutely worth it in terms of what the tool does. It's the most cost-effective and easiest way to collect emails on your site and bridge it with an email service provider without having to glue 5 other things together to get the same functionality, all right? So it's $20 a month, under 75 cents per day. It's just a tiny investment. Killer for what it does, and it unlocks the pro features on all the other tools as well. And we use a lot of them. So going with SumoMe Pro is going to expand the functionality of all the other tools, ultimately giving you the most flexibility in terms of what you can do with your site. Basically, in the big picture of things, you avoid having to glue 20 different plugins together, which can become very problematic, as opposed to the killer suite of free tools you get with SumoMe. Now, you can get started with all these tools for free, which I'm going to show you how to do. But to unlock some of the extended features, you have to go with the Pro version, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. But getting your emails inside of an email service provider is paramount. And for this reason alone, it's worth the investment in the Pro version. And that's why SumoMe knows this, and that's why they decided to start charging for it, is what I guess. So if you don't want to go with Pro, you can always download the email contacts and upload them right into MailChimp. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay? So all we would want to do is, now we have 3 in here. So this is going to populate anytime a new contact comes in and they submit their email address through the List Builder plugin. Or excuse me, through the popover. So all we want to do is we can download the last 7 days or just download it. All right? So we'll just download CSV. Perfect, that's it. So then we'll head over to MailChimp, and this is super easy to do. All right? Just a couple of extra steps. And we'll log in. Then we'll go to lists. Now you want this to go into the appropriate list, so make sure, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on, but just take note of that now. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and include it in this list right here. Then we want to select CSV. And then we'll go to next in the bottom right hand corner here. And then we'll just browse for the file. And it was this one right here. Open. And you don't have to worry about that unless you have tons of contacts, so don't worry about that for now. Perfect. You see them all? And then all you would do is select Save. You just want the email addresses, so we can skip this, and skip this. Now we have our email addresses, and all we want to do now is select Next, and then Import. Awesome. Now they're in there. Okay, so that's the way to do it manually. All right? Now I'm going to show you how to do it if you just upgrade to Pro, and that's pretty seamless. So we'll head back over to our dashboard. Okay, let me take a step back for a minute. Before I show you the paid way to do this, you don't have to use this tool. There are plenty of other ways that I'm going to show you how to do this stuff, but these are some best practices that have been working in my business, and I'm just trying to share them with you. So ultimately, it comes down to what's going to serve your business best. Okay, so let's head back over to the List Builder dashboard. and I'm going to show you how to integrate the Pro version real quick. So all we do is we head to Services, and then MailChimp. And right here it says MailChimp is a SumoMe Pro feature. To enable exporting to MailChimp, please upgrade. So all you would do is, of course, upgrade it. And we're using the free right now. Just go with, you can start a free trial and then enter your payment details and then checkout. Perfect. Now we'll head back to our dashboard, upgrade it to Pro. Then we'll go to, see where it says Home up here? Then we want to go to Campaign 1. And this is our settings for the Campaign 1. So we'll go to Services, MailChimp, and then Connect. Log in. Now we're connected. Now, this is the bridge that connects our list builder with MailChimp, making this seamless. And then all we want to do is save. Make sure you save, and that's it. So now you have a free way of doing this and a paid way. Okay, so we have one more step to do. We have to head back over to MailChimp to our new list and set up a sign-up form. And that's super easy to do. We'll head back over there right now. Okay, if you click on the little monkey, you'll go back to the home screen. Then click on Lists. Then select your list you set up. Then select Sign-up Forms. And then, as you can see, it says, please verify your email address. So that's what we have to do now. In order to send and receive emails, we have to verify our email address. So we have to head over to our cPanel. Now, if you recall, when we initially set up our blog, the cPanel is how we did that. Okay, so what you're going to look for is your welcome email from HostGator. And that has your cPanel link. So it will look something like hostgator.com, your account info. Now, if for some reason you don't have this anymore, or you got rid of it, you can reach out to HostGator's chat support and they can get you set up pretty quickly with this email again. So it's no big deal. So you'll click on your control panel link here, and then make sure you grab your password and, of course, your username. Okay, for this part of the tutorial, I'm going to be using the jamesbstaffordv5.com domain name for my mail because I make a lot of these videos and I prefer all of my email to come to that one email account. Now, we're going to get this set up pretty quickly. So this is very easy to do. Just follow along step by step and you'll be in a good place with this. So all we have to do is head down to email accounts. And then I'm going to name it support@jamesbstafford.com. Then just put in a password and then create account. Perfect. Then we'll head back to home and then we'll head over to webmail. Go to secure webmail login. And I always use Squirrel Mail. They're all pretty much the same. And then you would just put in your full name here. And then your email address. And that's it. So you can send and receive email from here. Now this is kind of a hassle because you have to log in and out of your cPanel. I prefer to forward my email from this account into like a Gmail account, and that seems to work really well for me. So I'll show you how to set that up right now. So we'll head back over to our cPanel. We'll go back to, click on the home icon, and then go to where it says forwarders. And then we'll add a forwarder, and then just type your email address, and then forward it to a good email account that you prefer. And then add forwarder. Okay, so we're all set up. Now we're going to head back over to MailChimp and verify our new email address. Okay, so we're back over in MailChimp and we need to verify our new email address. In order to do that, we're going to head back over to Lists, click on our list, and then Sign Up Forms. And then go ahead and click on Verify Domain. And this will send us an email verification. And we just want to enter the verification code and we should be all set after that. So I'm going to wait for this email and then I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. I have my verification email, and there's two ways to do this. Either we can click on Verify Domain Access, or you can just copy this little code. And I'm going to copy the little code. since we're already logged in, and just put this code in and verify the domain. Okay guys, we are all set. We can now start to send and receive emails through MailChimp. And this is where things get really exciting, because you can really build a huge list of email subscribers and start communicating with them with your various products and services, and start to build customers and relationships. And this is how you start to really scale up and make a difference online with your business. Okay, we are back over at the List Builder dashboard. There's one more thing we have to be sure we set up properly. Okay, so what we'll do is head over to Services, MailChimp, and see right here where it says Mailing List, and it says Do Not Push to List. We need to be sure we select the list that we created earlier within MailChimp. Do you remember? Go ahead and select that and save changes. This way, any new subscriber that we receive will be put on that list, so we can start email marketing and communicating with our subscribers. Okay, so now you should be all set with the initial setup of MailChimp with List Builder. If you'd like to learn a bit more of how to really ramp things up with MailChimp, we have an entire video series dedicated to email marketing, but for now, we need to press on. Okay, on to one of my next favorites. Go ahead and click on Sumo Me, which I'm already here. Then we want to click on the little crown icon up in the top right up here. Then we want to click on Sumo Store. And then we are looking for Share. Go ahead and click on that. Now this little guy is awesome. You can get up to 20% more traffic using this little tool. So basically what Share does is it makes it super easy for your visitors to share your content to their friends, family, and others. The more people share your site content, the more viral traffic goes back to your site ultimately. So basically people can like, tweet, or even pin your content through the use of social sharing buttons. Put it this way, if you don't have this tool, you might as well be invisible. You'll find it so much harder to get any traction without a social media presence, so this little tool will help address that issue. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this set up. Click on Free, then click on Open, click on the free option. Okay, so that is it. It's installed. So let's take a peek at what it looks like on the site. There it is. Now people can share your content. Okay, awesome. If you're still watching and applying these goodies, congrats. I'm pumped for you for stepping out and taking action. Like I said, this start stops most people. We need to be aware of this and understand that for our results to change, it's time to press in and just begin. Get the ball rolling. No one's going to give you a permission slip. It's ultimately up to you. It's impossible to fail without ever beginning. In fact, the only way you truly fail is by not starting. I fail and hit a wall all the time, and guess what? I learn because I see what didn't work. Failing or making mistakes is part of winning, because the more you fail, hit a wall, or obstacles you run up to, the more you will learn what doesn't work, getting you closer to what ultimately does. It's a win-win. What once blocked the path becomes the path. We're turning obstacles into opportunities. Ultimately, without action, nothing will be fixed. That has really been the secret to my success with my online business and with life. So what else do you really have to do? Watch TV? Kidding, but you get it. Let's get that ball rolling. Let's get some momentum going. It's time to move the needle. You're here watching James step by step. Don't worry, I got your back. Like I said, follow along. We'll get there together. So anyway, I just wanted to celebrate you for making it this far and applying what you're learning here. Okay, I realize that this is new stuff and it can be very, very overwhelming. All right, so anyway, let's get back into it. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you be interested in learning the best way to make your website deeply connect with your audience, making them come back for more over and over again, ultimately creating trust, or what I like to refer to as the know, like, and trust factor? Would this be something you would like to know how to do? Absolutely, you would. Who wouldn't? So that's where your blog comes in, and it's a game changer. Now, you may be wondering, why would I need a blog? And outside of what I just said, of course. And the answer to that is very, very simple. Blogging is one of the best ways to establish your credibility and authority, educate your community, and build a personal connection with your audience. all at the same time. And when it's done right, blogging can help build your audience and encourage them to become lifelong customers with you. The thing to remember is that people online are usually searching for solutions to their problems, and blogging about the topics most relevant to your audience is what's going to help them have confidence in you, your products, and services. Blogging is essentially about building the know, like, and trust factor. In short, you're more likely to buy from someone you trust. Not having a blog and just relying on your site can actually make it very hard for you to build your brand and your presence online, okay? You see, unlike your website, which consists of mostly static pages like your contact us page, services page, about us page, that more or less stay the same, the blog has content which is updated on a regular basis, meaning content is always fresh and relevant, therefore giving visitors a reason to return to your blog, your site repeatedly. Plus, blogs allow your audience to comment on your post, creating engagement. Engaging with your audience is an awesome way for you to build a relationship with them so you can understand what they need most and help provide solutions to their problems. Another huge bonus is that Google loves blogs due to the fact that Google's search algorithm is based on delivering the most valuable and relevant content to the needs of users. And this means that Google will always boost content from sites which are fresh, relevant, and most of all, engaging. All right? So while your website serves more of like an online brochure that talks about you, your products and services, your blog is focused purely on helping your audience. And it's a win-win for everyone searching for anything relevant to their problems. For example, if you sell skincare products, your blog would have tips on looking after your skin and could answer specific concerns. And some of your posts would also recommend the products you sell. Over time, people who are looking to resolve their skin issues will be far more likely to purchase from you because you've already built a good relationship with your audience. And done properly, your blog can position you as an authority in your industry where your audience come to you for solutions and will trust you enough to buy your products and services. The single biggest advantage of a blog over a website is that it allows you to connect directly, one-on-one with your audience by encouraging conversation, engagement, and building trust. Hopefully you can see why blogging is essential for the success of growing your business online. So now you know why blogging is so important. How exactly do you start a blog? And we're going to do that right now. We're going to start with the infrastructure of the blog, which is categories, how that all works. And by the end of this, it will all land so you understand conceptually how the blog is put together and how it works for your audience in terms of functionality. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So we'll go up to WTC System and then click on Dashboard. And what we're going to talk about now is categories and the importance of categories and why you need them. Then we're going to talk about post versus pages, why you need post, and what pages are used for. So let's get straight into it. This is extremely important that you take the time to think this through and have a solid foundation of categories for the rollout of your blog content, ultimately ensuring good user functionality for your blog. Now, think of categories in these terms. The categories you create become the skeleton of your blog, cluing in both readers and the search engines to structure and content. So taking the time to use categories correctly can boost your exposure in the search engines, raise the average time on page of your visitors, and provide an overall better experience for your readers. So as said, you want to ensure that your categories will organize your content for your readers, therefore keeping them on your blog longer with related posts and more content specific to their interests. Okay, to illustrate this, I'm going to head over to the Websites Made Easy blog and show you how we've set up our categories to organize our content. Let me go ahead and refresh the page. Oh, there's our popover. And our categories. There's one of our lead magnets. Here, let me show you the categories real quick. And like I said before, categories are going to help with a better overall user experience. They're going to keep people more engaged and show people related posts, so they may find something they didn't even know they were looking for. So let's take a peek right here at our categories. You can see them right here, and these little numbers next to these categories are the posts. So all of our posts are organized per each individual category, as you can see here. So say we wanted to go to starting with WordPress. And here you can find all of our articles, videos, and different pieces of media specific to starting with WordPress. Okay? And let's head over to converting traffic into sales. Again, all of our posts related to this category. And as you can see, there's a variety of posts in this category, and it's a great way to expand awareness in terms of your expertise and help your visitors find more of what they may want. Your blog becomes really powerful with related posts when set up properly with categories. So your visitors and subscribers may find stuff they're not even aware of, and this helps to further engage them as well as keep them on your blog longer, letting the search engines know you have a viable source of info on your blog, ultimately sharing your content and improving your exposure online. It's a win-win. Now, this is where things are going to start to get really cool. We're actually going to start adding content, our posts, to our blog. So you can see how this all comes together. And I'm going to show you how to add the categories we just talked about. And then I'm going to explain briefly really what a difference between a post and a page is. And I think answered that, but really pages are mostly static, which means they stay as they are and rarely change. A post is, on the other, dynamic, as I said. Think of it like this: a post is being updated consistently, either with new comments or new content that's actually being added to that post. It can change whenever, whereas a page is pretty much like your contact us page or services page or privacy policy. Those pages are never going to change. They're pretty much there and set and forget. So that's the difference between the two. And now we're going to get straight into adding posts to our blog. So we're back in the WordPress dashboard, and now that we've got our blog optimized and properly set up for visitors in the search engines, we're going to get started with posting our first set of blog posts. But we're not going to just be posting a bunch of garbly-gook like you might see in other video tutorials. Rather, we're going to post intentionally. We're going to provide our audience with posts that are full of value. So pay attention. You might want to grab a pen, that thinking cap, because we have some goodies that you won't want to miss. So before we start adding our posts, we have to add our categories. And to do that, we're going to head back over to the Websites Made Easy blog, and I'm going to pull some categories from our blog. They pretty much apply here based off what we're doing. So let's head back over there. And here are our categories. All we're going to do is head to Posts and then Categories. And this is very straightforward, okay? So we'll just, this first one, converting traffic into sales. Go ahead and copy this and paste it in the slug. And the slug is just a URL-friendly version of the category, okay? And then go ahead and add new category. And it's that easy. And how this works is that when we create a new post, what we'll do is we'll select the specific category that applies to that post. And I'll show you how that's done properly here in a minute when we add our posts. So we'll add our next category, optimizing your WordPress site. We'll just say WordPress blog for this. Copy this, paste it in, and then add new category. Let's go ahead and grab another one. Let's do starting with WordPress and content marketing. And one more. And it's that easy. Add new category and we're all done for now. Okay, perfect. Actually, one more thing. Let's change this uncategorized because you can't delete this. Let's edit this. Scroll down and then update here in the bottom left corner. And we'll head back to categories. Okay, perfect. So when we start to add new posts, and then we apply the specific category to the post, you'll see them right here in the count area. And you see the slug right here, the URL-friendly version of the category. Now, if you're thinking, I have no idea what categories to even come up with or where to even begin with that, it's real easy. Don't overcomplicate this. Categories, think of your categories like as subtopics of your main topic, right? So say your main topic was health, or that's what you teach or your website's going to be about. So your subtopics or categories would be things like working out, diet, supplements, sleep. anything that's going to help your audience move the needle and get them closer to where they want to be in terms of finding solutions or addressing pain points. Remember, this isn't about you. This is about serving your audience to the best of your ability. So when you're coming up with categories or any of your content, it's not about, oh, this is cool, I just want to put some stuff out there willy-nilly. It doesn't work that way. You want to put stuff out there that is going to consistently help serve your audience. You always want to be mindful of serving your audience. Okay, so now we're going to get started with adding our blog post, and you're going to be blown away with how easy this is. So what we'll do is head back over to our dashboard, and then we're going to head to posts, and then add a new post. And this is literally copy and paste, drag and drop. And right here is the what you see is what you get editor, or WYSIWYG editor. And it's real similar to editing a Word document. Okay, so what we're going to do is head over to my content folder. This has all my website goodies in it, everything I need to build out this site. I suggest you make something similar. So before we do that, let's go ahead and X this notification out. We don't need that. And let's head over to the content folder. Grab the first post. Here's the article. And all we're going to do is copy and then paste it right in here. Copy and paste, drag and drop. So easy. And I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And we'll go ahead and enter our title. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick a category here. So converting traffic into sales. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to breathe some life into this and add some images. So I'll go ahead and just highlight this. We have an image, if you can see right here, we're to pop one in. So I'll go ahead and add media by clicking this. Really easy to do. Then we'll select files. And all we want to do is just upload one. Okay, so we'll go to, and this is the first one. And then choose that. Perfect. And then we can just go ahead and insert into post in the bottom right hand corner there. Okay, that looks a little bit too small. So what I want to do is go ahead and click the image, and then you want to click the pencil. Okay, and then all we want to do is right here, just go to size, and then we want to go to large. Much better. And then we want to click update. Perfect. Okay, then we have a couple more images. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight this, add media, upload files, select files, choose that. Let's go with medium on this one, and then insert into post. And we can always change this as need be, but you get the idea. And then one more image right here. Add media, upload files, select files. There it is. And we'll go with large for this one. Insert into post. Okay, cool. Now take a peek at this image right here. You see that little treasure chest? There is another really effective, easier way of doing some of this that is awesome. But in order for me to explain it to you, we got to get these fundamentals down and these core concepts covered before we jump into that. So you're going to definitely want to check that out. So anyway, let's go ahead and update this post, publish it. And I want you to take note of a couple things here. Okay, first of all, remember our permalink when we were going through the settings? Here it is, WTC System Customers. This is the title right here, and this is our URL friendly link. So it's got very clean navigation, okay? And that's great for the search engines as well. And for, of course, for people to find your stuff. And this is the SEO settings. So this is what it's going to look like in the Google search results. Okay? Perfect. And let's go ahead and view the post. So we'll click on View Post. Looking good. And we're going to clean all this stuff up later on. I just want to get these posts squared away for now. And we can make this a little bit bigger. But let's head back to Edit Post. Oh, one more thing we have to do. We have to add a thumbnail. So we'll click on Set Featured Image right here. Upload files. And this is the little thumbnail that's going to show when you're looking at the home page of the website and you see the blog, the thumbnails there for each post. That's what that is. So we'll select files and then customers. There we go. And then set featured image. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get this. Let's go ahead and update. Okay. And actually, let's take a peek and you can see what it looks like. So we'll refresh the page. And there it is right there. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go back to the post and clean this up a little bit to make it look a little bit better. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and just tightened it up a little bit, made the images a little bit more optimized, I guess, for the post, if you will. And now we're going to head to post and then add our next post. And you always want to be sure when you're updating your post is to go over here and make sure you click on update to save the changes. Otherwise the changes won't save. So we're going to head over to our content folder, copy our article, and just paste it in. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. And now we'll grab the title of our post. Perfect. And then we're going to pick our category with content marketing. And now we'll start to add our images. Add media. Upload files. Select files. And we'll go with large for this. Insert into post. Now, if you want to adjust this to custom settings for this, all you would do is go to size, and this is what I was doing earlier, and then go to custom size. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick and then update it. Looks good. And we have one more image, I believe. Yep, right here. Add media, upload files. Choose that. Awesome. And we'll insert into post. It's going to be huge. Edit the image. And we're going to go to custom size. I'm thinking around 6. And then update that. That looks good. Okay, perfect. Now what we'll do is add our featured image. And this is our thumbnail image. Remember? So upload files, and then choose the image, and then set featured image. Isn't this awesome? It's just so easy to work with. Now, it's so important to add really fresh, fun images that breathe life into your content. And let's take a peek real quick. I'll go ahead and publish this post. And images do a lot for your post. So we'll view post. It just makes them so much more engaging, and it also makes people want to actually scroll up and down your post. Instead of seeing just blocks of words, it just breaks it up quite a bit. And when you have images on your posts, it also helps with, like I said, engagement, but it tells Google when you're scrolling up and down a post that this is possibly a viable piece of information. Okay, so the way the search engines recognize a viable piece of information or content is if you take the time to scroll. And if you scroll below the fold, which is anything below, right when you scroll down, anything that you can't see below the fold, that tells the search engines that this is actually a good piece of content because someone's taken the time to actually scroll down the screen or your post. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and add our last post here. So we'll head back to our content folder, close this out. And as you can see, I've gone in reverse chronological order because that's the way the blog updates. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Grab our article, Head back to the dashboard, posts, and then add a new. Paste our article in. And we'll go ahead and insert in our title. Paste that in. Category, starting with WordPress. Looks good. Our images, website outline, add media, upload files. You should be a pro at this now. This is super easy to do. So we'll head back to my desktop, content folder, insert into post. Let's go ahead and adjust the size real quick. It's a 9, right? I think it was 900 custom size. Update, looking good. And then one more right here. Add media, upload files. Insert into post. We'll adjust this real quick, around 600 custom size. Update. Cool. All right, awesome. You guys ready? You're going to love this. Watch how easy it is to add video. All you do, paste in your URL of your YouTube video, and I'll show you that in a second. And you just publish the post. And then view post. Awesome, right? Very, very cool. And this is just a little fun video of a WordPress overview. Pretty cool, right? So in order to do that, all you would do is grab the URL of a YouTube video, okay? So that would look something like this. So the YouTube video up here, the URL, and you would copy that. And then you just paste it in. So anyway, let's take a look now at all of our posts. So we'll refresh this page. Whoops, we forgot to add our featured image here. So what we'll do is head back in and then edit post, set featured image, upload files, select files, and thumbnail. Yes! All right, set featured image. We are set to jet. We've got all of our posts now. Love it. All right, so we'll update this bad boy. And now we got our blog squared away, or at least the start of it. And we can change this up too towards a different format. So we'll clean all this up, but for now, we're just getting the content squared away. And we'll clean up the functionality a little bit later. So don't worry, we're going to make this thing awesome. Refresh the page. There we go. So we can head back. You see our categories here, starting with WordPress, content marketing, converting traffic into sales. And remember, when you start to add more posts and you choose the categories that are associated with each individual post, you'll start to see, say you have 3 or 4 in content marketing and someone wants to see this, they click on this first post, they'll start to see related posts specific to this category, which is very powerful because it highlights additional content that they might not have been aware of, which is really cool. Okay, so now let's head back to the home page of the site. And we'll go down to WTC customers, make sure that all looks good. Woo! That looks like a lot of work there, doesn't it? Like we're trekking to Mount Everest. Trust me, it is a lot of work. But don't worry, with me as your guide, you're going to love the journey and the view at the top is going to be killer. Anyway, but yeah, this is going to require some work. But guess what? It can take you a fraction of the time to learn and apply. This is the best of what I know. It's taken almost a decade of trial and error, not only to sort this information, but to figure out what works and is ultimately sustainable. You can apply this based off my experience in a fraction of the time. Sound good? Awesome. Okay, so now we've added 3 posts here, which has really started our blog. Now, if you're thinking, James, I'm never going to have a blog. I'm not going to write content, or I'm just not good at that. I get it. And I was there once too. But today is your day. Time to show up and get that blog dialed in. You've got to deliver to your people. Consistency always wins, even if you post just once a week. Just once a week. It's that simple. I know it sounds like some work, but you'll look back and be like, wow, we've created all of this content. And I tell you, from doing this for years now, there's been times when I stopped consistently putting stuff out there, and man, did I regret doing that. So you've got to be consistent and follow through and to deliver to your people consistently. Okay? There are no excuses with the resources that I'm about to show you. So you can head over to Fiverr.com and search for blog writing, or head over to Upwork.com and search for blog writing. And these are freelancing services to get you up and going so you can focus on the bigger picture for your biz. You can get started with some good writing for as low as $5 an article. It's really cheap, and it's just a great way to get started if you just don't want to write. Okay, and remember, like I said, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Consistency. I know I'm digging into that, but it's so important. So in terms of your actual blog post, articles should be around 500 to 1,000 words or longer. You want to focus on one topic per post ideally, so 1 to 2 keyword phrases. And remember, you want to break up your post with fun, killer images that are engaging, as well as listicles or infographics, or video, of course. And you want to keep it fresh. And you want your audience feeling like, I cannot believe this. They're telling me all the secrets. Leave them wanting more and wanting to come back for more. That's how you show up and really make a difference with your content, but also how you gather loyal subscribers and lifelong customers. So always over-deliver value and be consistent. Okay, so now we're going to add in 3 services sections, or what I like to refer to as 3 callouts of value. Now, use this area as it applies to your business. So let's head back to the homepage of our website, and I'll show you how easy this is to add to our website. So let's click on WTC System, and this will take us right back to the homepage. Click it again. Now, remember earlier I mentioned that this section must speak to the pain points your audience is having. And in particular, you've got to talk about how you can benefit your audience and do it in such a way that gets them excited to want to work with you. So we're doing this by explaining to our audience how we can help them and what it can do for their business. As long as it's exciting and compelling and keeps reminding your audience what you can do to help them, it's really going to help convert your audience into paying customers. Whether that's a link straight to an opt-in page for Lead Magnet, or a link to a page about coaching, or a link to grab one of our products and purchase it right off our website. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the optimizer theme and get this set up. So all we'll do is head over here and then click on Customize. And this is just so easy. Literally, like I said, just pop in your content and you're good to go. So what we'll do is head down to Front Page, click that, then Front Page Widgets, click that. Then we want to add a widget, and then we want to select Blocks widget. And look at this, it's going to add our services sections. See this area it just added? So we have 3 of these, and we're just literally going to pop in our content, save and publish, and now we have a services section. And then I'm going to show you how to set up the pages that go with each one of these services sections and link them according to the service. Now, if you don't have these yet, perfect. Create them as if they were already true. This will carry momentum into manifesting that or making them true. So you want to get the ball rolling. So just create them, or you can copy mine. Remember, we always want to focus on where we're headed, not on what we don't have yet, but how we're moving the needle to meet our goals. So let's get this set up. Okay, so the first one we're going to set up is our lead magnet. So what we'll do, and this is going to be under block 1, And I'm going to head back over to our content folder and grab a little content here. So we'll head to pages, and then this one was WTC lead magnet. Okay, and here's our little snippet. So I'll just copy this, paste it in, and you'll see it'll populate right here, create a profitable site. Now for these little, for these little titles, try to make something that's compelling sounding, that people actually want to read, or that speaks to their interests or their pains. So that's something to consider, be mindful of. Okay, so let's head back over here and then grab the little content that goes underneath it, and then we'll just edit content. Delete that, paste that in, save and close. There you have it. So we're going to actually create a clickable link in here that's going to link to the page that represents this little call out, this little value area. Okay? So let's add our next section, which is going to be our coaching area. So let's head back to our content folder, and we'll go to coaching. Same thing here. And this is going to be block 2. Paste that in. Save and close. And there's our coaching area. So easy, right? Okay, and our last area is going to be one of our products, which is awesome because you can take payments right off the homepage of your website. It's nuts. This used to take so much work and was so involved, and you can literally, I'm going to show you how easy this is. It's really, really awesome. And we'll get to that, but let's add this little area first. So let's go to 10x Toolbox. Copy. And this is going to be block 3. Paste that in. Let's head back and then save and close. Perfect. Okay, and like I said, we're going to edit these, and they're going to make some of this clickable in here so it'll link to a page for each one of these services. Okay? So always, after you're done editing any of this in the customize section, you always want to save and publish. Otherwise, your changes won't populate. So we want to save and publish. It's saved, and now we can refresh the page. Awesome, it all saved. It looks great. Okay, cool. Okay, before we continue, I feel like we just need to breathe a little bit more life in our callouts area, services area. So what I'm going to do is add 3 images above each service section. And that's really, I feel like, going to bring just some more pop and depth to the website, just adding more value. So what we'll do is head to front page widgets, block widgets, and this is really easy to do. We'll select block 1 and then select an image. And we'll upload files, select files, and then we'll just go back to desktop, and then I have 3 images here. These are 45 by 45 pixels. So our first one, we'll do this one, and then insert images. Perfect, and you'll see it populate here. Looking good. Then we'll go down to block 2, select an image. Same thing, upload files, select files, and we'll go with a little light bulb. And then we'll insert into images. Awesome. And then this last one right here, block 3, select image. Insert images, perfect. Awesome, looks great. So what we'll do is save and publish, and then we will refresh and take a peek and see what it looks like. Yes, looking awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is create a page for this little call out of value or service here. So we'll start with this create a profitable website. So what we'll do is head up to WTC system, then we'll head to dashboard. And this is literally just like creating a post. So we'll head to pages and then add a new. And then we're going to title the page WTC system. Perfect. Now we're going to head to our content folder. Grab the page and just pop in our content. So actually I'm going to put in the image first. Okay, so there it is. So we'll add media, upload files, select files, and then we'll go to, there it is right there. And this is our lead magnet. And then we'll insert this right into the page. And this is going to be a pretty big image here. And it's always better to go with bigger images, and then you can scale them down. So that's huge. So what we'll do is adjust this, click the little pencil, do basically half of it. So we'll go to custom size, and then 5, and then update. Okay, great. Now we're going to enter our content, pages, and we'll grab this. And then just paste this in right here. Okay. And then bring it up a little bit. So we'll just do backspace. Okay, good. I got this looking pretty good. So what we'll do is just go ahead and publish this page so we can see what it looks like. And we're going to make some more edits to this page to make it more optimized, specific for this lead magnet. Okay, so we'll view page. Okay, now we want to get rid of this sidebar here just to tighten up this page so it's really focal on our lead magnet here. All right, so we'll go back to edit page, and then we're going to go with full width page, and then update. And then we'll view page. Okay, looking better. Go back to edit page. Okay, so what we want to do is make this bigger right here, so it looks like an actual headline. Okay, so we'll go to, what we'll do is toggle this toolbar right here, and this is going to bring us more options to customize our content. So we'll go with H1, and we'll update and see what that looks like. We'll view page, back to edit page. That should be bigger. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so what I did is actually grab this content and I copied it all into just a simple text editor, because sometimes when you bring something over from a Word document, it'll carry that formatting over and it won't work properly. So you got to get rid of all that formatting, not to make this more complicated than it needs to be, but or you could just type it into copy it all and paste it into a browser, and it'll get rid of all that formatting so you can start fresh and use the formatting that's available here, and what you see is what you get editor. And that's it. So what we'll do is update the page, and I'm actually going to bring this down. Tons of traffic. Now if you just press enter, it's going to bring it down once. This is another tip. Okay, it's going to create a space. Now if you press enter with shift, whoops, it's going to bring it down right underneath it. Okay, just little tips for you. And then we want to view page. So it really functions like a Word document. Okay, looks great. Now we need to add a little email opt-in form. And to do that, we're going to add one of my favorite little plugins that's going to integrate right with MailChimp. And the plugin is MailChimp for WordPress. So what we'll do is head back to plugins and then add a new. And make sure that you update your page to save all the changes. Okay, otherwise those are gone. So make sure you update it. So we'll head to plugins and then add a new. And then we're just going to type search plugins, MailChimp for WordPress, and then enter. And it's this one right here. Look at these reviews. I mean, this plugin is awesome. It's so easy to set up, but it's going to integrate seamlessly to where the list that we created earlier, any email, and I'll show you here in a second. Let's just install this for now. So we'll install plugin. Any email that comes in will go right into our list. So we'll activate the plugin, the list that we set up earlier, remember? Okay, then we'll head to, where is it? MailChimp for WordPress, and then we'll go down to forms. Okay, and then it says add a new form. So we have to connect. See, it says no list found. Did you connect with MailChimp? So we want to connect our account that we set up earlier, our MailChimp account, with this plugin. So go ahead and just click this link here. And then, see, it's asking for our API key. Now, don't let this alarm you. It's really easy. We got to connect this. We need our API key within MailChimp. So we'll get our API key here. So select this or click this link here. And now this is going to send us to our login page to MailChimp. So whatever your login details were, just enter those in there and then log in. And if you don't have this already, it says create a key. So we'll just create a key. I'll just do it again. So now we have 2. And this is the newest one. So I'll just go ahead and copy that. And literally just go back over and pop it in. And we'll be connected. So paste it in. And then save changes. Yes! That's it. Cool, we're all set. So now what we'll do is just grab our form. So we'll head to forms, and there's our list. To which MailChimp list should this form subscribe? There you go. Add new form. Super easy, right? So now what we got to do is just grab this little short code, copy this, and paste it right in the page that we just created. So we'll go back to pages and then all pages. And then edit this page, WTC system. And then we'll just pop in the shortcode right here. Just paste it right in, update page, view page. There you go. Now we can start collecting email addresses with our lead magnet. Pretty awesome, right? This is so powerful and so easy to get set up. Now, we've created this fun image here for our lead magnet. It creates a compelling and tangible feel, but sometimes less is more. And if we head back to the homepage of our websitesmadeeasy.tv, this is actually our best lead magnet because it speaks to a specific pain or solution for our audience. And remember, dialed in messaging that's going to speak to a specific solution is going to outperform the best looking website with poor messaging. So of course you're going to want to test both ways, and it's going to depend on ultimately what you're offering. Okay? So, but it does work. You don't have to have an image, but don't worry. We have you covered. All right? If you download this lead magnet, we have a simple step-by-step video that covers how you can get set up with your own. And we have actually a done-for-you template where you can literally plug and play. You can just pop in your content and you have a lead magnet, which is real easy to do. All right? And these images, like I said before, you can get these. Go over to Fiverr.com. Here, I'll just show you real quick. And then we'll just search for eCover. There you go. Okay, so before we finish up with this page, there's a couple quick edits I want to show you. So let's head back to Edit Page. And see, first of all, see this sign up right here? We don't want that. We want our call to action to be stronger than that. So we'll say, yes, send me my lead magnet, or send it to me now, or something to that effect. So we'll head to Edit Page, and take a look at this. You can also move this around. See how easy that is? And then you can have it, of course, without it. So like I said before, you want to test this and see what works the best. All right, you can't just speculate with this stuff. You have to test. Sometimes the stuff that we think is going to work the best doesn't at all. So leave it up to your stats to determine that. And you can find which funnel is working better or email opt-in form by testing these two out and seeing which one's working better by your conversion rate. And that means how many people are opting in to your home page or for your lead magnet. So say 20% are opting in, per 100 visitors with the image and 40% without the image. And you can test that per 100 visitors or something to that effect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is edit our little form so it says, yes, send it now, as opposed to sign up. Okay, now if you're wondering, how do I deliver this lead magnet, James? We have a whole video that covers that and then some, and that's a little bit out of the scope of this video as that gets into a lot more nuanced stuff. Easy stuff to set up, but just a little bit more involved in terms of email marketing. So we'll leave that to another video, and you can always take a look at that later. But for now, let's continue to press into this and finish up this website or services section. Then we have our USP call to action, and then get this site just dialed in to where it looks just amazing, but it's focused again on our audience and the functionality. So let's head back over to MailChimp for WordPress and then to Forms. And see right here it says sign up. Let's just edit that to, and you can change this to whatever works best for your biz, but we'll just put yes, send it now, save changes. And we'll head back to pages and then all pages and then see the change, the edit that we made. So we'll go to edit and then view page. Cool, there you go. Okay, so now we're going to link this page to our Create a Profitable Website Services section on the home page of the website. So we'll click on WTC System and go to the home page here. And then all we want to do, and we're going to link it right here, all we want to do is select Customize up top, and then we'll select Front Page Widgets, Blocks widget, and then Block 1. And then right here, Edit Content. And all I'm going to do, see where it says in this little guide? I'm just going to pop the link in here. So we'll click the little chain and then paste it in. And then we'll save and close. Actually, pop in the link. And now I'm going to highlight this blue because it's not going to show up. And then save and close. Okay, perfect. You see it right here? And this is going to link right to that page. Now, you can create a call to action like download now, click here, something like that. But I feel like this is, if someone's interested, they'll click that. So anyway, so we'll save and publish. And that's it. So then if we click this, it'll take us right to that page. Pretty awesome, right? Okay, so this second section here where it says Get Coaching is where we'll show more of our services, whether that be coaching, consulting, or even an About Us page details. Really here you want to include a snapshot of the biggest benefit of what you can do for your customers. I like to think about this as including the big why of your business, and that ties in with our USP. Remember, our unique selling point that we talked about earlier. What makes you unique, and how can this help your customers? Like the first section, we'll include a call to action such as click here or learn more, and I'm going to show you how to set this up right now. Okay, so let's head over to WTC System and then Dashboard and then Pages and then add a new page. Then we're going to title this Coaching. So let's grab the content. Paste it right in. Let's clean this up a little bit. Looks good, and I'm going to pop in a little video here. Awesome, then we'll update this or publish it. Okay, cool, let's take a peek. View page. Okay, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit more. So we'll edit page. Okay, looks good. And then update. All right, this is a fun little video that I thought was appropriate for this page. It's kind of cool. Like I said, with your pages and your posts, you want to breathe life into it. Make them fun, make them engaging. No one wants to read blocks of text, right? No one wants to do that. Point is, you just want to switch it up, whether that be different images or video or audio. Just keep your posts and pages different, not blocks of text. Okay? Anyway, so something to think about here, just so you know, I'm on a huge screen. I'm on an iMac, like a 22-inch screen here. What you're seeing here is being optimized for this viewing environment. Now, if you were on a MacBook Pro, it's going to look a lot smaller. I mean, it's going to look something like that. You see how that switches? It's awesome, right? You know, I mean, that's iPad, something like that. Pretty cool, right? So if you're wondering what all this landscape is here, that's why. Okay, anyway. So now we need to add a contact form. And to do that, we need to set up a new list. And this is where things get really, really exciting. Remember in MailChimp, when we were first getting set up and we created a list. Now, it's very, very important to keep our email subscribers segmented based off their specific interest. And this is very easy to do with MailChimp. We do this by creating a new list for each segmented interest or service. So we already have one set up for our new leads, which we already created, right? That are opting in for our lead magnet. Now we're going to create a new list for our subscribers that are interested in coaching specifically. Now this enables us to send emails that are speaking directly to the interest of each solution, whether that be a lead magnet or coaching, right? As opposed to a general subscribe to my newsletter, which is terrible and not personal at all. You're going to lose all day with that, all right? You've seen those out there. How often do you subscribe to one of those? Never. They're awful. Anyway, those days are gone. So you want to give your new subscribers the best of what you have in terms of each interest and solve what they're looking for. And email is perfect for this. This really helps reinforce the know, like, and trust factor. It also helps create a much more personal connection with your new subscribers as you're able to communicate to their specific needs and allows for you to continue to add more value and ultimately sell specific services to a much more qualified subscriber. So you can send an email out, for example, every 3 to 5 days specific to a desired service. And this is extremely powerful. It is said it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 touches for someone to make a buying decision with you. An email is perfect to help continue the conversation and engagement. So let's set up this new list. Okay, so let's head back over to MailChimp and we'll log in. And then we're going to head up to lists and then create a list. And then just create list right here. And then we'll make this coaching. Now, whatever you put in here, they're going to see your subscribers. So make sure it's appropriate. So if they see it, they're not like, what is this? So they know. Okay, and default, so we'll put support. Okay, all looks good, and we'll just go ahead and save this. Okay, so now we want to head down to sign up forms and then embed forms right here. Select this, and then we'll just untick this box right here. And then all looks good right here. And then all we want to do is just copy this bit of code. Don't get scared. It's just a little piece of code. We're going to paste this right into our site. This is really easy. It's just like adding some text. And I'm going to show you something too that I haven't shown you yet. So we'll copy that. Make sure you got all the code from the start or begin to the end. And then we're going to head back to our page, and then we're going to select Edit Page. And then right here where it says, under it says Let's Go, just bring your cursor down there. And then right here where it says Visual, we want to go to Text. And this allows for you to edit HTML or add HTML, okay? So if you're familiar with HTML, you can play with this area, but this allows for us to add code, which we're going to do right now. So we just want to paste this in. And as you can see, it says begin MailChimp sign form and then end embed sign up. That easy. Then all we want to do is just update. Okay, now we'll head to view page. Woo! This right here is a game changer. Now you can start to market your specific products and services through targeted email campaigns. It doesn't get better than that. And we'll get more into that. Like I said, that's a little bit outside of the scope of this video. It's more nuanced email marketing. But in MailChimp, you can start to create campaigns that run on autopilot, like I said, every 3 to 5 days, with dialed in messaging, really hitting those pain points, creating that know, like, and trust, and selling services. It's killer. Now, if you're wondering, why didn't I use the MailChimp for WordPress plugin? Great question. And I would love to. They do have a premium version of the plugin that we installed. And it's $49. And what that allows for you to do is just not use the code. And you can pick and choose which list. You can create new forms inside the plugin and then just pick the appropriate list for each form. So it's a little bit more streamlined and easier to use, but you can do it this way as well. Ultimately, both ways work great. With the plugin, I think there's some advanced functionality as well, like you can customize the forms, make them a little bit prettier. But at the end of the day, they're forms. You get them on a list, and that's what you need to start to be able to email market to your new subscribers. Okay, so let's now link this page to our coaching services section. So we'll grab the URL, copy it, head back to WTC system up here. I'm going to head to the home page, click it again, and then we're going to go to customize. You should be a pro at this now. Front page widgets, blocks widget, block number 2, and then edit content, and then we'll just highlight click here. And then let's go to visual, click here, insert link, paste the link in. Now we want to make this link nice and blue. Looking good. Save and close. Now it's linked, and then save and publish. Awesome. Now we'll click here. Should go right to our page. Set to jet, baby. Good stuff. Okay, so let's head back to the homepage of our website, and we're going to finish our last service section, which is our 10x Toolbox. Now, in this last section here, we're going to include a link to buy the 10x Toolbox. So this is ideal for the audience that's a little bit further down the buying cycle and have had some previous exposure to your business. This is a win-win because not only are you able to sell some of your best stuff and adding value, but you're acquiring a new customer. And I would suggest adding a low barrier to entry offer here, something that's not too expensive. We just want to start the process of acquiring a new customer because once someone's bought from you, they're a lot more inclined to buy from you again and again. You ready? I'm pumped to show you this. It is so easy to start taking payments right off your website. Within clicks, we'll start collecting money. Pretty killer. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so to get started, we have to head back over to our dashboard. So we'll head to our dashboard, and we're going to add a new plugin. Now, this plugin is called WooCommerce. Now, if you've never heard of this plugin, it is incredible. As far as I'm concerned, it is the best plugin for taking payments or making your website e-commerce ready. So what we'll do is head over to plugins and then add a new. like I said, this is going to be very, very easy to get set up. They literally step you through the entire process. But this plugin does have a lot of functionality. And in the near future, we're probably going to release a whole course on what this plugin can do. But to get you started and set up your first product, super, super easy, and to take payments. So I'm going to show you how to do this right now. So we'll search for Woo, C-O-M-M-E-R-C-E. Okay, here we go. And install now. And we'll activate the plugin. Now this is really cool. They're going to show us literally a step-by-step process to set up our first product. Okay, so we'll go ahead and say, let's go. Thank you for choosing WooCommerce. Quick setup. Anyway, so let's go. And something I want you to see here, when we set this plugin up, it's going to create these pages for us, and they're going to go right on our website. Now we can hide these pages so not everyone sees them, okay? So once created, these pages can be managed from your admin dashboard. So you can control which pages are shown on your website via appearance menus. So it's really easy to hide these pages if you don't want them to be shown on your website. So we'll go ahead and press continue. And just, it's just so awesome how easy this is. Go ahead and, I'm gonna say I'm California, US dollars, pounds, inches. Continue, looks good. We'll be shipping any products. I'm not. You'll be charging sales tax. No. So you can select those if they apply to you. And our PayPal, my PayPal address. Now don't let this alarm you. It is so easy to get set up with PayPal to take payments. And nowadays, PayPal is like one of the most preferred methods of taking online payments. You would be blown away with how many people ask me for PayPal. And I get it. It's a safety thing, and it's a good way to collect payments and not put your credit card out there. So I would suggest going to PayPal and signing up to be able to start taking payments and using I actually have a PayPal debit card that they'll send to you for, it's almost, it just acts as like a bank debit card, but they'll send you one right to your home address. And you can use that for any payments that come in, or they can transfer it right into your bank account. It's real easy to get set up with these guys. Now, if you're overwhelmed by this, don't worry. We have videos covering the whole process of getting set up with PayPal to take payments, as well as Stripe, which is another payment gateway. It's real similar to PayPal, but these are two options. So it's Stripe, STRIPE.com, and PayPal.com. So, and you can take a look at those videos, but we have you covered there if you want to take a look at those videos to get set up with your taking payments online with one of those two, I guess, payment gateways. And anyway, so check these that whatever apply to you here. I'm going to go ahead and press continue. And you can watch these, open these up in a new tab. I know how to do this, so we'll create your first product. Okay, and it literally gives you this little navigation here, which is kind of fun and really, really easy to follow. So I'm just going to go ahead and title mine to next toolbox. And then we want to put in, this is the main description area of your product, okay? So I'm going to grab my copy. Go ahead and copy all this. And just paste it in. Okay, looks good. This should be, okay, then we'll dismiss this one. Head down and choose a type of product. All right, so it's a simple product. For me, mine's just, it says affiliate, group, simple. Let's go with simple. And virtual, so it's non-physical, that's right, because ours is like a little download. And then we want to select downloadable. Now we'll go ahead and give our product a price. So I would suggest putting in a price and then a sale price. Remember, low barrier to entry. I think anything under $100. Okay, anything maybe under 50. Just get something set up. How about that? $2 maybe. Anyway, let's go down and, okay, so 4727 downloadable files. This all looks good for now. And then we have this little area right here, a product short description. So I'm just going to grab, here, I'll just pull some from up here. Make sure these are like little benefits So make sure features, just pop something in like that. And then we want to add a little image. So set a product image, upload files, select files, and we have this right here. Choose that, insert that bad boy into the post, set product image. Looking good. Okay, that's done, so we'll dismiss that. And you can add tags here, and then I don't need to do that for now, and then categories to categorize your products for multiple products. And then dismiss that. We're done. We've just set up our first product. It's pretty easy, right? So then we'll go ahead, and then we can see, here's the visibility, all right? And I'm going to show you this a little bit more. We'll set this all up, and then I'll show you how to make these pages, hide these pages. But basically what you do is you can edit this, and then you would select private, okay? We'll do that in a minute. So I'll go ahead and publish this. Okay, you ready for this? Check out how awesome this looks. So we'll view the product. Awesome, right? We can make this image a little bit better. But for the most part, there you go. Pretty incredible, right? So all these pages up here we'll hide. Some of them that apply to this WooCommerce plugin. So we'll go down back to Edit Pro. Actually, I'm going to grab this link. So we copy the link. And then we'll head to, remember, back to the home page. And I just want to show you this real quick. So let me go back to dashboard and then the home page. I'm going to link this real quick. So we go to Customize, Front Page Widgets, Blocks widget, and then block number 3. Edit content, 10x toolbox. We'll put this bad boy in bold, make it blue, and then we want to link it. Pop in the link, call it a day. There you go. Save and close. Awesome. And we can bold these other ones too. I just wanted to show you how you could do that. So save and publish always. Now let's click this link. Awesome, right? Okay, so before we add to cart, we need to get out of this customization area. So we'll head back to the home page, then select shop up here. And this is the page that brings us to all our products. All right, then we'll click on the 10x toolbox. Now watch this. This is awesome. So we'll click add to cart. Our product has been added to our cart, so we'll view our cart. Okay, and then if we want to select more, we can right here. As you can see, it'll adjust the price. Okay, cool. So we'll go back to one, update cart, and then proceed to checkout. And then you just put in your payment details. That's it. That easy to start taking payments right off your website. Add your products. This is streamlined. It's super easy. It's never been this easy to do this. This used to require so much work, and now it's just seamless. And then the other cool thing about this is that when you set up your PayPal account, and if someone comes and they make a payment and they don't have a PayPal account, no problem. They accept payments. PayPal will accept a payment with just their credit card, so they don't have to have a PayPal account, and that money goes right in to your PayPal account, then right into your bank account. So pretty killer. Get your product set up, start taking payments. It's that easy. Wow, we are about done. We just have our unique selling point, our call to action, and then we're just going to clean up this site to make it really, really functional and just killer looking. So in saying that, I also want to celebrate you for making it this far and listening to me and being patient with yourself and patient with me. This is a lot to take in. So, give yourself a pat on the back. I mean, this is a lot of information. So again, thanks for sticking with me. We're almost done with this, and let's finish this bad boy out. Okay, so now we're going to head back to the homepage of our website and get our USP set up. Remember, unique selling point and what makes you different to your competitors. So it's got to be compelling or you'll struggle to keep people engaged. And if you're thinking, James, what is this, or how do I even create this? Your unique selling point is also known as value add marketing. It's literally done by adding value to your customers' lives. You do something, you teach them something, you give them something valuable that costs them nothing. Then they look to you as the expert and want you to supply them with more information, more experience, and more products. Ultimately, your unique perspective is the driving force. What is the unique mechanism about your product or service? What is special about your product or service that if someone went to Google, they couldn't find? It's proprietary to your business. This isn't about screaming the loudest benefits over all your competitors. It's about what makes you unique and why someone should come to you for your advice. And it's your job to show them how to do that through your unique mechanism, your unique perspective. This isn't about competition. What's different about your product or services and the value that it will bring to your customers? So for example, at websitesmadeeasy.tv, our USP is that we help small business owners create a super profitable business online using our proven 3-step WTC system designed to get you customers for life. And you can see this throughout all of our content. This really speaks to our audience whose primary concern is that they want to make money online and they want to do it by attracting lifelong customers. So it's sustainable ultimately. This is important because our competitors focus on the technical aspects of the website and how it looks or works rather than seeing your website as the foundation of your business. And this is what makes us different and ultimately what makes it easy for our audience to say yes to us and be part of our community. Most people set up a website with no strategy in mind, but we teach how to properly use your website as the tool or vehicle to stimulate new traffic, customers, and cash flow, which is our 3-step WTC system: website, traffic, customers. So I've included some resources below this video for you to get started with your USP if you don't have one already. Okay, awesome. So let's get our USP set up. So what we'll do is go up to Customize, then select Front Page, then Front Page Widgets, and then we want to add a widget. And let's add the About widget. Okay, and now I'm going to head to the Content folder, grab our little snippet here. So I can just pop this right in. USP. And, okay, we'll just pre-heading a little bit about, and then we'll put Websites Made Easy. And then we're going to edit the content here. Save and close. Then we want to close this and then bring this above, just drag it above the Blocks widget. Save and publish. That easy. There's our USP. And then we can take a look. Let's refresh the page. Awesome, there it is. Looking pretty good, yeah? So all we have to do now is add the call to action. Killer. Okay, let's get into that. Okay, so right here is where we're going to add our call to action. Remember, a call to action is where we're going to ask people to take a certain action, such as signing up for something like a free report, video training, webinar, consultation, etc. We've been through this. So let me show you how we've used this on my site, websitesmadeeasy.tv. So we'll head over there. And we're offering a free video training on building a profitable website. Our call to action is telling people, click here to start now. Now, to put this very simply, if you think about this from the point of view of the audience, their pain points are not having a website and not knowing how to get customers. So the lead magnet addresses both of these things. So when we ask people to click here to start now, it makes this super easy for them to want to say yes because it's addressing a solution, right? It's addressing a pain that they need to solve or fix. Now, we've been using this simple homepage for years now, and it just flat out works. We have messaging that's very specific to what we're teaching and what people want to solve. And when you get that right, people will raise their hand and say yes all day long. Remember, a beautiful website with poor messaging, you're going to lose more than likely. If you don't have the best looking website or it's very simple with dialed in great messaging that speaks to your audience's needs, desires, wants, and solves a specific problem, you're golden. So that's something to think about. I've stressed that a lot. Okay, so now let's head back and get our call to action set up. So what we'll do is click on Customize. Then we're going to click on Front Page and then Slider. And then we want to go down to Edit Content. And all I'm going to do is just erase this. I'll bold this. And then I'm going to go ahead and enter in a subheadline here. The secret sauce we use to create profitable sites. Grab your free guide below and get started now. So we'll save and close. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to change this little logo right here. So we'll head back to Edit Content. And our logo is right there, as you can see. And now this logo, I believe, is about 200 pixels in width. So I would suggest you keep your logo anywhere from 200 to 300 and just play with that and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and then add, let's go ahead and erase this first. So I'll just backspace, delete that, and then add media. You want to upload files, select files. Let's go back to our desktop, and then here we go, our folder, and there it is right there. And then we'll choose this. Now to get this right, you want to make sure that you have alignment none. So it's going to place it right where the cursor is. So just leave it at alignment none and follow what I did before and you should be okay. And then insert into post. And it should put it right there. Perfect. Okay, we'll save and close. Awesome. So then what we want to do is save and publish. Okay, cool. Let's take a peek and see what it looks like. And it looks awesome. Now what we're going to do is edit these two buttons. Now we don't have a demo, so we're going to link this button right here to our coaching page. And this can be for people that want to take things a step further with some advanced high-level coaching, all right? And you can really link this to any page you want. You can link it to your blog, your About Us page. It's really up to you. So, and our download, of course, is going straight to our lead magnet that we set up earlier. So let's get this set up right now. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is grab the link to our coaching page. So we'll open this up in a new tab, and then we're just going to grab this link. Just copy the URL there. And we'll head back, and then we'll go down to Front Page and Front Page Widgets. Actually, excuse me, Slider. And then we want to go to Button 1. And then we can just change this right here to, let's do it in all caps. And then we put the link in, and that's it. And then we'll save and publish. And that should take us right to our coaching page. Perfect. Let me go back to Customize. And then we want to grab the link to our lead magnet, right? So we'll open this link. We'll go to WTC System, open this up in a new tab. And the same thing. Just go to grab the URL, copy it, and then paste it right in. Front page, slider, go down to button number 2, paste in our link, save and publish. Now, there's something I'm going to change this blue to an orange. The orange really helps stimulate click-throughs and is an attractive color. You don't want to go with red, but orange is better for kind of a call to action button or color, if you will. So I'm going to change this blue to orange, and we'll do that by heading down to button background. Just select the color, and then you can just paste in your, you can play with it right here with the spectrum, or you see, or I'm just going to paste in a color that I like, which you guys are more than welcome to use. And then go ahead and save and publish. And then what we can do here, we can leave that as blue. That looks kind of cool. Or we can go back to button 1 and then button background color. the same thing. And then we would just save and publish. So that's it for a call to action. Really, really easy. So create a profitable website in 3 steps. Wow, what is that? That sounds great. Download how to create a profitable website in 3 steps. In this little guide, you'll find a step-by-step blueprint. This sounds awesome. Pop the email address, send now. MailChimp does the rest. You start the conversation through email, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, outside of the scope of this video. That's more nuanced email marketing stuff. But then it just becomes autopilot. It's incredible. It's so awesome now what you can do in terms of online marketing to get your voice out there, help your audience, and start making money based off your experience, your perspective, right? We're almost done here. We're going to start to, we have a couple more pages to add, real simple, an about us page and contact us page, and then we're going to tighten up this entire site. We'll probably start to do that now, just tighten things up, clean it up a bit. Okay, so let's head back to the homepage of the website. And we're going to go through all this customization area so you can see how each one of these functions. So we've covered every one of them. It's all pretty straightforward. It's just like little edits. We've covered most of it. So basic site, and this is just advanced functionality, okay? So site layout, full width or boxed. And this is just the aesthetics. If you want borders on the side of your website, I like it with full width. That looks better. So we'll go back. Basic style. I would leave all this. Basic fonts, and then site identity. Oh yeah, and then you can, here, let me show you this real quick. We can upload files, select files. And I wonder if I have the little guy in here. Here we go, favicon. It's the little guy that shows up in the browser. I'll show you in a second. It pops up right up here. So we'll choose that. We'll insert into post. And there it is right there. See how it looks pretty cool, right? So all these little personal touches really, really add up and suggest so much value. So I would, all this little nuanced, fun stuff I would add. So that looks good. And then let's go to, I should save and always make sure if you make any changes in any of these areas, save and publish. Otherwise you lose those changes. Okay? We got to refresh the page for that to show. But that's what it'll look like, the little dude right there. Cool. So then we'll go to header, select header. And you can leave this transparent. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. See up top how it changed that? I prefer it without. Yeah, it looks cleaner. Go back to front page. We've already gone through front page. So the slider. Oh, let me show you this real quick. So, and these are for the pro version because we're using the free version of the theme. If you guys want to check that out, you get some more options with it, but I feel like the free is perfect for just getting started. So if you want to change the image, it's real easy. Like how we've been updating or uploading new images all throughout this video. It's the same process. You want to ensure though that your image is big enough. So I would suggest anything over 2,000 pixels in width. And too much bigger, anything like 2,500 is too big because you don't want to bog down the speed of your website. If it's a huge image, it's going to bog things down. So keep it at around 2,000 pixels in width. Okay, we've already gone through all this, the buttons. Okay, so we'll head back. The footer, we'll edit some of this in a minute, but these are widgets. The same kind of deal, add widgets like we've been doing. And then the copyright area, you can edit the content. So I could put something like, websitesmadeeasy.tv, copyright, 2016. All right. Copyright area, post and page. So post settings, show post info. Oh, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. We don't have our blog showing. So next and previous posts. So whenever your blog is showing, you'll see these, next and previous posts, and then of course comments. So you can disable these if you'd like. All right. Post info is going to be like the name, date, the author, things like that. And those show at the very top. And let me see if you'll see it in a minute. So we'll go back to miscellaneous, or whoops, let me continue post and page header settings. That's fine. Blog page settings. So display blog posts from selected categories. We want to select all the categories. Okay. And then our blog page layout. Let's see. And we want the thumbnails, and you can do, we can do 6, 9. We can leave it at 9. So we'll save and publish. And then we'll go back there, and then contact page settings. That's pro, and we've already set up I'm going to show you how to set up a quick contact page anyway. So it's okay. We don't need that. Social share buttons. We have this functionality. I'm not sure what that is. Post and page. All looks good there. That's fine. Miscellaneous. Social links. Okay, here it is. So, and these are going to show up top. Let's actually do that right now. So I'm going to head over to my content folder. Here's our social links. So we'll just copy this first one, which is Facebook. Copy it, and then just paste it right in. Link 2 would be, let's put YouTube, Twitter. Doesn't matter which order, but I don't know why I'm doing that. Whatever order you want to put them in, whatever looks best. There's LinkedIn. So the more of these that you have, the better, because you never know where people prefer to absorb content or to continue the conversation with them. So say they come to your website, then they start to look at you on your social channels, and this is, like I said, another way to continue the conversation and create multiple touches for them to ultimately start to build trust with you and then start to buy things from you, right? So that's squared away. So it says social icons position. Let's go with header. We want these right up top. Awesome. See these guys right up here? Cool, looks great. And then social icons normal. I can do large. Ooh, I kind of like the large a little bit. Let's see, normal. And we'll leave it at normal just to match everything else. Save and publish. Okay, cool. Then we're done with that. Miscellaneous, custom code, other settings. That all looks good. And then let's go back up to, let's see, menus. And I'm gonna show you this so we can create a menu. We're gonna clean up, we have so many pages up here. And we're gonna tighten this up. Like I said, we're gonna hide some of the pages for our WooCommerce plugin, because we don't need to show the checkout page, the cart page. We don't need to show some of that. So we'll clean up this navigation so it's nice and tight. Okay, so now let's head back up and add our blog. So we want to go to front page, static front page, or excuse me, front page widgets, and then we want to add a widget. We want to add post widget. And then right here, we'll just put title, blog. You can subtitle, check out our work, and then we want to select all our categories here. And number of posts. Okay, cool, that looks good. And then we'll save and publish. Actually here, let's close this, bring it up one, so we can see it populate. There it is. And then we'll bring it down. And then we'll save and publish. Perfect. Now let's take a look at it. And there it is. Site looks awesome. Wow. Okay, let's head back. And we're going to go back to post widget, and I'm going to just change this. Saved. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to close this, And then we're going to head down to one of our blog posts. Okay, and we're going to edit our right sidebar menus to clean that up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we'll click on this post. Just click the plus sign and read more. And then we're going to clean up this navigation over here. So all we'll do is head to, and use this to your discretion, what applies to your business, right? So, or whatever you want there, right? I would suggest going with, so we'll click on widgets and then right sidebar. And I would leave the search up there, recent posts, recent comments. You can remove archives, close that, or remove categories, and then meta you can remove. And maybe recent comments, you can remove that. And that looks good. A lot better. Okay, and like I talked about before, see right up here? This is the information about your blog post. And you can edit this. You can remove this or leave it here. So all you would do to remove it, was go down to post and page, and then post settings, and then show post info. And it's that easy. You can either have it or not. And that's completely up to you. I mean, some people don't like to have it because it actually dates their posts, and it can show them like, oh my gosh, this guy hasn't done a blog post in 2 years. So, whatever. But you need to stay consistent with your posts, so I would suggest leaving it. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and save and publish if you've made any changes, of course. Now what we're going to do is head back to our dashboard. We're going to create an actual page for our blog post to live on, and we'll have that blog in our tab up top. So people can click the blog link and go right to all our blog posts. Now we've started our blog already, right? Now we want to have a place for those blog posts to live. Okay, so what we'll do is head to pages and then add a new page. And then we're just going to title it blog. And then we want to go to template and then go to blog page template. And it's that easy. Now all our blog posts are going to aggregate to this page. And check this out. So we'll go to view page. There's all our blog posts. And now we have it up top. Okay, so there are 2 more pages that we need to include in our menu bar, and those are the About Us page and Contact Us page. Real simple to do. We'll head back to our dashboard and then go to Pages and then add a new. And the first page is going to be our About page. So let me explain what should be included in your About page. The About page really gives you a chance to describe what makes you and your business unique. You have the opportunity to describe your core beliefs while communicating your true personality that lies behind your brand. So there are many ways you can do this, from including your mission and vision statements to adding your personal bio and company story. You can include your core values or simply statements about what you do and why you do it. So you want to be sure to include the name of your business, any members of your team, your own personal story, or the story of your business and how it came to be. Also be sure to include what makes you an expert in the given topic and what your main purpose is for your business. Let's get started and add this right now. So I'm going to head back to our content folder, pages, and then about. And we'll just copy the content and then paste it right in. We'll just edit this a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to add an image. Upload files, select files, head to pages, and then this business. Choose that, and then we're going to put it to the right, and then insert into page. Okay, publish. We'll see what this looks like. Okay, that didn't come out right. So let's go back and edit this. Okay, so what I did is I just erased all the copy and then pasted all the copy into a text editor to get rid of some of that formatting that carries over sometimes from a Word document. So you have clean content to work with, okay? So then we'll upload the image. So we'll go back to, and I'll just place the cursor here at the end of this because I want it to the right. And then we add media. And that image was kind of big, so we'll select this one. It's to the right, then we're going to make this, let's do 300 by 300, and then insert into post. That looks a lot better. Then we'll update it, and it should be good to go. and then view page. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so I went back and edited it one more time, and I made it 400 by 400. Remember though, I'm on a huge screen here. This is like a 22-inch screen that's widescreen. So this is going to look a lot smaller on like a laptop, which most people might be on, or even a mobile device. So I'm trying to be mindful of that as well. Okay, so let's get set up with our Contact Us page. And actually, we set up one earlier, but I'll just go to this one right here, and then we'll just edit this page. So there's nothing on it. And then edit page. Okay, so here's what should be included in your Contact Us page. It really serves as an open invitation for your audience to reach you directly with their questions, comments, or concerns. In most cases, if someone reaches out to you on your Contact Us page, that means they're probably pretty hungry for what you're offering and want more information. It's best practice, if it applies to your business, to include your phone number, email address, and any social links. It's also extremely important to add an email Contact Us form. I cannot stress that enough. If someone wants to send an email, it's like I said, it's more than likely they're probably pretty engaged and hungry in terms of what you're offering. Also, by submitting their email address, it's a great way for you to continue to market to them in the near future. So these two pages are incredibly important to get right. They will really make a difference in terms of the visitor's overall experience. So I'm going to grab my contact information, our page here, and then just paste it in. Okay, so now I'm going to grab our social links and paste those in here. I'm going to actually hyperlink all of these. I'll show you how to do that right now. Facebook, copy this in, just copy that link. Highlight that and then paste in your link there. Same for Twitter. And YouTube. Perfect. And then we're going to link this one as well. So you just copy your email address and then highlight it. And this way, if someone clicks it, it goes right to their email so they can send an email to your address immediately. And then just link it. Perfect. Okay, and now we got to head back to MailChimp, set up a form real quick. Very, very easy. So let's do that right now. MailChimp, watch how fast this is. Log in. And we're going to create a list. And remember why we're doing this, so we can ultimately send targeted messaging through email to solve the problem they're after. Pretty simple, right? So creating different lists enables us to do that. So we can send very, very specific messages through email. So we'll go to lists, then create a list, then create a list again, list name. So I'll put WTC system. Okay, that all looks good. Then we want to go ahead and save this. And then we want to select sign up forms. Then embed forms. Just click this. And then we're done. Just deselect that. And then we just want to copy all this code here. Just make sure you get from the very beginning all the way to the very end. Copy it. And then we're just going to paste that right into our page, remember? So we'll go to our page. And let's just go ahead and update this. We can view the page. Okay, looks good. And then we'll edit page. Then we want to select on text over here. So we can pop in this HTML. Then go down a little bit. And then just paste it in. And then we're done. And then we want to update page. And then we want to view page. Awesome. Now anyone that submits an email on this page, we'll send them messaging that speaks directly to this Contact Us page. Okay? Perfect. So now what we're going to do is clean up this navigation up top. We're going to make a custom menu for this. So it's real specific in terms of what we want our audience to see. So what we'll do is head to Customize. Then we want to select Menus and then add a menu. And then we want to title this, just title it Main Menu. Create Menu. And then all we want to do is add items. Go ahead and select these two though right here. Header navigation and automatically add new pages. Okay? And you can always edit this if need be. So add items. And then we want to add our pages. So we'll go ahead and add our About Us page, our blog, coaching, contact us, and WTC system. And then you can reorder them if you'd like right here. So you just select this up, down, you see? And then just select done. And that's it. Then we want to save and publish. Okay, now it's saved. Now let's visit the home page of our site. Awesome. See how much cleaner that is? Perfect. And then our blog, looking good. Coaching. Contact us. And you always want to be sure that everything is working properly, because sometimes you might have missed a save and publish, so you just never know. So I'll go ahead and test the rest of this. Okay, now I want to talk about something that's going to bring more depth and character to your blog. You know, when you're browsing different websites or blogs, you may notice that many users have a picture next to their name in the comments section. These pictures are called avatars. WordPress, however, uses a specific type of avatar called gravatars, short for globally recognized avatar. Unlike standard avatars, gravatars follow you around the web and automatically appear when you post a comment on any WordPress site or blog. It's essentially like adding a profile picture to one of your social media accounts. It creates a personal touch to anyone who views your page, and a personal touch anytime you comment on another WordPress blog or site. Since blogging in the WordPress community is by its very nature a personable, living and breathing thing, adding an image by your name adds that personal touch and a lasting impression for your community. So let's add our gravatar now. We'll head back to our dashboard, and then we'll go to users and then your profile. And then you want, see where it says you can change your profile picture on Gravatar? You can right click this and open it up in a new tab. And then you'll want to create your own gravatar. And just use a good email address. Sign up. Okay, I'm going to confirm this. I'll be right back. So you'll receive a confirmation email. You want to click the link, which I've already done, and you'll want to go ahead and just activate that. It'll go ahead and activate that link, and then you just want to sign in. So look, you don't have any images yet, so we'll add an image by clicking here. Upload a new one. Choose file. We'll go back to okay, then we'll go to next. That looks good. G. Perfect. And that's it. And we're all set. So if we go to my profile, so now we can put some information in here. I'll just go ahead and okay, so let's head back to our blog and check out the changes. Okay, so we'll go ahead and refresh the page, and it should be right here in the profile picture. Okay, went ahead and refresh the page, and there it is. Okay, so now we have to do one more thing. We'll head to settings and then discussion. And then we need to update this setting right here where it says mystery person. It needs to be gravatar logo. Save changes. Okay, then we'll head back to visit site. And then we'll click on our blog. And then we'll click on James. There I am. Pretty cool, right? This just adds more character and depth to your website, your blog, and makes it feel like a living and breathing thing, right? So it also helps cultivate community, so it's a good thing to have. All right, so everything's looking good. Now we got to head back to the dashboard, and we got to do one more thing. See where it says your site is currently displaying a coming soon page? Once you're ready to launch your site, click here. So we're ready to launch. So what we're going to do, let me just show you real quick. If I log out, what this looks like. Okay? So I'll go ahead and log out. And this is what you can always change this if you want, but this is what people will see your site look like if you haven't changed this setting. So if we just go to WTCsystem.com, that's it. That's what the site will look like. So we're going to change that right now. Then we'll go ahead and click here. And we are live. Okay. You ready? Let's go ahead and log out. And then let's check it out. Woo! Yes! Looking awesome, right? You made it. You've got to be pumped. This has been a long journey. I'm so excited for you. It's been great to be able to share this information with you. Hopefully you're applying this stuff. It's a lot to take in. I realize that. There's a lot of struggle and challenge in this. You know, you should go out and have a beer, maybe a Coke if that's your thing, perhaps a smile. Whatever your thing is, you should be really excited for yourself. This is a lot of really, just a lot of concepts to learn. Remember, these concepts are useless if you don't apply it. So go back through this stuff, learn it. I'm right here with you, holding your hand. Okay, so now that you've got your website properly set up, you may be wondering, what's next? Well, it's time to start driving quality traffic back to that bad boy. You're going to love this because we can do a lot of this for free, just by the way we properly set up our website and blog. Now, there are tons of ways to get traffic, and we do cover the ones that we've tested and have worked best for us consistently. We have found that the best and simplest way to get started quickly and easily is through an expert strategy called content marketing, which is killer and is the best way to really show your unique skills as a business owner or thought leader. So if you've just finished this video and have applied these goodies, this is exactly the game-changing strategy that you need to start gaining some consistent momentum. We show you exactly how to set this up in no time so you can get started right here.